Hi, I'm here. It's me. There wasn't even, look, Mark's not here right now. Mark's so not even here. This live stream wasn't even scheduled. I just created it. I pirated his channel. I've taken over. It's a hostile takeover. We're coming in. I've come in. I'm taking over. I'm sending out the link. I'm hoping that I won't be here by myself for too long because my goodness, is that boring. Talking to yourself is a little bit like, was a lot like masturbation. It's just not as much fun. True story. Anyways, I'm going to have some coffee. Wait for you to arrive. And bang, bang, Niner Gang. Yeah. You didn't know that. Actually, that's why Mark's not here yet. As the man has to rest up because he's excited to root for the Niners. It's a true story. He won't admit it, but it's a true, true story. So, yeah, I'll just text him right now. Say, hey, we are live. Or I am, anyways. Send. There we go. And yeah, if you're watching this and you'd like the link, let me know. Sent to put it in Legion channel. I'll go put it in the Goon Squad too, because I have control over that. Easy enough. All right, morning live on Legion of Comics. Isn't this exciting? I know the couple of you guys that are eyeballing me right now, you're wondering yourself, my God, who is this handsome devil? Well, there you go. Mark, no está aquí porque, I don't know, he's changing his tires. I don't know. He's walking the dog. He's not feeling well. He's getting his beauty sleep. Fill in the blank. It's all possible. This week, here, I'm going to take this opportunity. I'll talk about something other than just ramble for a second because I haven't weighed in and really talked on my own, and I refuse to do so, at least on my channel, talk about this whole CGC bullshit. And the bullshit isn't CGC, guys. It's the YouTubers and everybody else. Good morning there, Marcus, who are using this as some platform to blow us this thing way out of proportion. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some big money involved, and there's some people who got wronged. 100%. Brother John, good morning. But for all anybody knows, out of the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or whatever it is, slabs that are in existence, there's we're talking about less than 1%, a fractional percentage of books out there that are known to have been involved in all this. And scams happen. CGC's doing their thing. Now, granted, now you got all everybody was praising CGC for initially at one point about saying, oh yeah, they're saying it, and they've got people coming out to investigate it and do stuff. And then CGC sends Matt Nelson out to go talk to some more YouTubers, give them some plaque for breaking this thing down, which, okay, I mean, it seems a little bit silly, but whatever. Old Wolf, good morning. It more kind of feeds them to continue to look at me, as CJ would say, and then start to talk about 9.9 pre-screen potentials down the road to distract everything or to shift the story narrative. But you got all these people didn't get, or so they can talk. You can talk about something else, but all these YouTubers then continue to bring this thing up and talk about. And I feel like now as I'm saying that term, these YouTubers doing this, and I'm doing it, except I'm not making videos specifically on this. And I'll stop talking about this as soon as anybody wants, because I'm just really want other just buying time, since I'm buying myself really essentially here. But it's been blown way out of proportion, and people continue to put these, like, the world is falling, and oh my god, I'm never going to do CGC, and should we trust them, and can you do this? Look, it's a company that's doing the best. They're guaranteeing this lab, the book, right, to some degree, element, and they're going to take care of it. That's what they're saying they're doing. They're going back and they're going to work out the stuff with anybody who is wronged, and they're going to, because they're guaranteeing it. Beyond that, the story should be over, unless there's a true update, like we find a whole new thing or something else. But just the number of people who are like going, I love the people who say, oh, that's it, I'm done, I'm not sending any books to CGC anymore. Those people are so full of shit. Because, first of all, any book that this supposed scandal has zero bearing on me sending my book to them to be graded and returned back to me. Why would it make a difference that somebody figured a way to scam them on Reholder for what I'm sending in my own personal stuff? It's the most ludicrous, asinine idea there is. Okay? And as far as all of a sudden everyone's going to switch to another grading company, who? I'm a big fan of CBCS. I'm a big fan of, I'm not a big fan anymore, but I've used a lot of PGX slabs and everything else. The fact of the matter is, you guys have decided you like CGC best. The return on value is the best. Nobody's gonna, CBCS had many opportunities. The ball was stuck in their breadbasket. They're asked to run, to break through the offensive and defensive line and score a touchdown multiple times over the COVID. And all that what happened is they put the ball in. We put the ball in CBCS's breadbasket, and they turned around and put it right on the ground and walked away. They fumbled multiple times, and they didn't just fumble; they didn't even try to play the game. At least that's my opinion. Izzyverse, good morning. Happy to have you here. Let me just highlight some people. Yeah. Eli, thank you for coming. Yeah, let's see, 100%. It's just snake eating. Yeah, it's just people are using this to get, look at me, look at me, look at me. Very annoying. This channel pushing this stuff's not always different American 24 hours. It is true to an extent. It's even worse. No, it is pretty much true, because nowadays the news, there's very few actual true news people, and so most of them are just reporting what other people said. And that's exactly what's going on here. That's what parts that drives me bonkers the most. Is look, 9.9 or whatever, the couple people who've done the research to discover this story, or identify that this looked weird, and do this research to comb through photos and do analysis to actually present some news. Good for them. They should be applauded, and that's fine. He got a plaque from YouTube, from CGC, for it, and was all excited and good. You know what? That aspect of it, of investigative journalism, that should still be applauded. The 900 other people who have gone on and made videos specifically on this topic, but only don't add any new story to it, only sit there and say, this was reported by this person. They're regurgitating what they saw on other videos, or sit there fumbling, bumbling like me, saying, hey, here's my opinion, but present it as like some kind of news story. That's the annoying part to me, which is why I've stayed away from it on my channel, and I didn't want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it here. I'm hoping somebody else will show up to talk about something else, or steer, or at least you guys will point me in a different direction you guys want to talk about. Circumstances. Last 2 slabs I scored were $20. You know what? I did pick up a book the other day. I can't. Oh yeah. Well, I picked up. Yeah, I've been picking them up for like really cheap some books, and I'm like, God, you can't even get a slab for that. It's like ridiculous. Um, let's see. Not only that, 24-hour news pushes whatever pisses you. Yeah. Oh my God. You know this. I hate the fact that there's no news stories. Right. Everything is clickbait instead. The way everything is, headlines are phrased now. It's like and scare tactics. It's very very annoying, and um, it's definitely probably somewhat uh, is contributing to the social discourse we have. I think in this country. Um, look. We all know. We all come from different parts. America is a very big country. Hell, if we compare it to if we compare it just to Europe alone, let's just compare it to Europe. Even though the United States is bigger, let's compare it to that. Our states are like countries. We're not the concept that a country of this size is all one glorious happy people is ludicrous. We're but regionally by state whatever, that we're a bunch of individuals with different individual cultures, and based on your region and your states, and as a result there's going to be differences. That happens in Europe. All the different countries, they have lots of different issues with one another. Some don't like, some just straight up don't like each other. Sound familiar? Happens here. But the difference is we're trying to used to be here. At the end of the day, we realized, there were certain things we got along, the purpose of doing certain things, and that you could come together and you had a discussion, you could have a debate. At the end of the day, you each gave up a little bit of something and you came together in the middle, you made a compromise, and you moved forward. And somewhere down the road, compromise became a bad word. He's compromising his values. He's compromising the party. And all of a sudden, it's all about party loyalty. And it's about party this and red and blue that. And it's absolutely annoying. How about red, white, and blue? God damn it. We're here for America. And for that matter, I want my congressmen and my senators to work for me, not the goddamn corporations. Feel like it's just 2099 all the time. Like the United States is run by corporations. There, I tied it into comics with 2099. Hopefully, Spider-Man 2099 can come and save us all. Otherwise, we're doomed. Get what I did there? Doom 2099. There you go. All right. Hey, they're training us to hate half of ourselves. I don't even know if they're training us to hate half of ourselves. They're just getting us to. The more and more we complain and riot about, or not even necessarily riot, that's the wrong word, just are upset and yelling and screaming at each other, the less we're paying attention to them and the stupid shit and how they're robbing us blind and doing. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. The things that are said and done, and I'm not proposing to say that I understand all the issues and that I have the solution to all the issues, because I'm not that guy. I'm just a dude. This is why I outsource. I pay somebody via my taxes to do something for me, but I just keep paying more and more and more taxes and getting less and less and less in exchange for that. At the end of the day, that's wrong. We're for a country that was born out of excessive taxes. I feel like I'm excessively taxed. What's my solution? I don't know. Let's see here. We're not trying to solve issues. We're trying to beat the other team. That is absolutely 100% true. We just want to impose our will on the other, and till especially while we have the opportunity, because God forbid they'll we know eventually they'll get their power, and hopefully maybe while we're in power we'll erode their power ability to oppose us, and then we'll be bitch and complain later on when we're the ones who aren't in the majority. Well, anyways, it's a vicious cycle getting worse and worse. I just really honestly hope that I survive um, long enough, or I don't survive long enough, I should say, to see the inevitable outcome of all this and the utter collapse. Um, yeah, let's see here. I'm not here yet. I was checking in. My dad just woke me again for yelling at the cat. Let's see if you wanted to say first. Well, okay, well, Scott, whether you're here or not, welcome. Thank you. I'm the most cynical, pessimistic person in America. I don't know. You have a certain element to that, but I think we all do. Yeah. No commercials. I'm on the phone laying in bed. I don't know if Mark has commercials. I don't think so. Maybe you don't have commercials. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, yeah. So again, if you're watching this, signing off. Let's see here. Who else is here? Did I say hello to everyone? I got Brother John. Oh, my nerdy collection. What's up, Rob? Where's Legionette? That's a good question. I have zero idea. I have not heard from Mark. I've texted him directly on his phone. I got no messages from him. This live wasn't even scheduled. I had to create it myself on his channel so we could have this hangout. And now I've sent out the hangout message to the one Legion chat that I'm in. Apparently, there's multiple Legion chats, so I can't share it to others. I've shared it to the Goon Squad, and I'll probably throw it into like DJ Link's channel squad somewhere too now at this point, just because I only have so much access stuff, and you guys are getting tired of listening to me talk about myself. So hopefully somebody will decide, hey, let's come on and save a floundering Rob. Or maybe I'll just end it early at some point. I don't know. Friday morning live on Legion of Comics. Copy. Send. Yep. And let's see. Who else? There. And there. Anywho, now let's see who else what we got going on here. Yeah, Mark has been sick. Yeah, I know, but he didn't say anything to me that he was going to skip this, which is not cool if that was his intent, because I have to wake up really early in the morning for this. Good morning, Izzy. Thank you for hopping on.
Well, I was gonna hop on anyway, but you weren't looking at your DMs, so.
I see now. You know what? It's yeah. It's sometimes a little hard to balance multiple things.
Yeah, I understood. So I was
I
trying.
only
I was
have
trying to
I
be
only have
coy.
2 eyeballs. God damn it!
I was trying to be coy.
Yeah.
So it didn't work.
Who's
But
cold? I walked on the beach yesterday. It was 57. I felt warmer. Well, it's been in the 60s here. So
wow, it's cold over here, like cold.
yeah, today I think it's. I know we're supposed to start our rain. We're going to start getting rain again, which is weird for us. We've had a lot of rain days this
Hmm.
this year so far, which is not our normal. So
Yeah,
it's going
we're
to be
scheduled to
cooler
get more
today,
snow
though.
today.
We're only gonna get to the high today. Will be 62 degrees, so that's gonna be pretty cold for us. But you know what comes with that because of the rain? The overnight low is only gonna go down to 52. so, so I know for those of you
Wow.
guys on the east and stuff who deal with the snow and stuff
Woohoo! Woo!
would love to have our overnight low, let alone the daytime high. Yeah. Where's the like button
No,
on the
there's
iPhone? I
they
see
cancel
a close hanger with
they
11 best.
they they definitely cancel street cleaning today, so that means there's snow on the horizon. So that's when they cancel street cleaning, that's a good sign.
Yeah, I guess you can't run the street cleaners when there's snow in the gutters, huh? That becomes snow
Um,
plowing.
yeah. Well, the problem with street cleaning is that you have to put the cars in double parking. So what ends up happening is that, and for those of you that don't know about street cleaning, it's a thing here in New York where they clean one side of the road, right? So they have like it's not a plow, it's
It's a
a
truck that
sweeper.
comes in.
It's
Yeah,
a truck sweeper, right?
it's a sweeper
Because
truck.
it's a
Everybody
sweeper
knows what a
truck.
sweeper truck is.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody's seen them. I don't know. I'm
They have them. They
I,
have them all over the country.
yeah, we live in a bubble here. We think no one knows what's going on over here. So they come in, but all the other cars go to the other side, and they double park for an hour and a half, and you don't get a ticket for that because they clean the road. So when you have to move the car to the other side, you have to wait. But the thing is, they do it during work hours. So those of us that do work, we will have to wake up either extra early to move the car or do it the night before, and it's a pain in the butt. So it's a way for the city to make money.
Well, see here, because I live in the suburbs, it's different. We just don't move our car, and
Yeah,
and
exactly.
a sweeper comes down, and when he gets to a car, he goes around it and
We
continue.
do that here too. So it is funny, but a lot of people do that here too. However, at any given time, the sanitation truck could
Hmm.
have a officer, and the officer will go and say 1, 2, 3, 4,
Well,
5, 6.
you get because you guys will have stuff that's tagged no parking during this time or
Yeah,
something.
so it's official.
Whereas we don't have, this is residential areas, so we don't have that. You know,
So is this. This is a residential area. They don't care.
yeah, we don't have posted no parking.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So
So,
I live on a sand road. A
so
street
that's more
cleaner would destroy my road.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's more excited than the whole CGC scandal thing, right?
yeah. Shout out
Street
to all my
cleaning.
friends in Alberta who are currently experiencing -40, which, fun
Awesome.
fact, is the same as Celsius and Fahrenheit. Yes, that it is true. That is the point at which the temperatures swap, where after -40, Fahrenheit gets to be the lower number than
Mm,
Celsius. Interestingly, um, that is also the coldest temperature I've ever dealt with. I
mhm,
remember vividly. Well, wasn't it was -40 with the wind chill when I was
mm,
there in Vermont. I think
yeah.
the actual temperature was like -20. Um, just the air temperature. I remember distinctly because I was in military school and we would have what we called morning hall callers. So you would have guys would get up, they'd go stand at the end of the hallways, and at a prescribed amount of time before formation would yell, sirs, good morning, sirs, blah 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 blah, and they'd read off what the uniform of the day.
Mm,
So everybody knew what uniform they were supposed to put on, and what the next meal, what mess was going to be, what's for dinner,
yeah.
breakfast, or whatever.
Mhm,
Um, and give you like a countdown until fallout for formation.
mhm.
That morning, they were doing hall callers, waking everybody up to tell everyone that formation and classes were canceled. And I was thinking to myself, all right, cool. So we're waking everyone up to tell them, hey, you don't have to be anywhere. Go back to sleep.
I've been there. That happens all the time over here, man.
And it was part of it was like, sirs, good morning, sirs. Now standing in St. India Company, sirs. Well, the temperature today is -20 degrees with a wind chill of -40. Uniform of the day will be the winter B uniform with heavy coat and heavy hat.
Oh,
Formation and classes have been canceled.
hey, look, big time collectibles. Is that Nelson saying what's up in the morning? Good
Good
morning.
morning, good morning, good morning. Either that or somebody else using his
His
thing.
login. What's
Yep.
going on?
But my yeah, they're getting like -50 with wind chill. That is I that is some hell on earth.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Okay.
actually, I'd probably rather have hell on earth because that would be warm.
The wind chill is always what's worse.
Well, what gets bad at that temperature, right? As yep, sir, it's Nelson. Hello, Nelson. We don't know where Mark is, so if you have him, would you send him home? Have him join us? Uh, is
Mark has
at
gone
that
missing.
temperature, and this is the part that drove me crazy because I'm not used to it. Obviously, look, I was born in California. I grew up here. I did spend some time in Vermont where when I was in military school. So I understand what cold is. So I'm not one of those Californians who sit there running around going at 50 degrees, "Oh my God, it's freezing." I understand it's not. It's freaking cool and maybe brisk for us, but
Mhm.
it's not freezing. I understand that wholly. But when you get down into that temperature range, not only is it just damn dangerous, but the temperature differential when you walk indoors, when you're going from -40 outdoors
Yeah.
to even if your house is only chilled or only warmed up to 60 degree or Fahrenheit, you know,
Hmm.
20 or when you start doing 100-degree Fahrenheit temperature swing, that's it. The shock and stuff like that on your system is like insane.
Well, that's where frostbite's a real thing, right?
Well, at those temperatures, yeah, but that's also where you get sick because you come in and you're sweating, then you go back outside and it's
Hmm.
freezing, you're freezing your sweat and all those stuff. And so, yeah, that's crazy. Let's see, back in the 70s, oops, what is this?
It's a snowing raw face. Happy birthday, Journey. I don't know. Is it snowing? Let me find out. Give me a
Teachers
minute.
warn us about global cooling.
Nah, it hasn't started. Hasn't started yet.
Talk about sports so I can get up and go to my computer in the office.
Well, I wanted to show you something interesting. So I got this. I got this a while ago. Right. I got this book a while ago.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's a good book. I like that one.
Right. Love this book. I got it a while ago. Right. Now, unfortunately, you know what? Let me take off the green screen just to show you something because
Oh,
this is a good topic of discussion here. But so unfortunately, I'm gonna send it back for a reholder because of this little thing. Right? See it right there? Little
uh-huh.
crack. Right?
Yeah.
But then I noticed something, and what I noticed is this. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
The adhesive is coming off. So it's these slabs are not they're not as durable as they should be. But I was listening to what you were talking about earlier, and the complaint that people have is like I'm never sending it back is more on the lines of you know what so don't send it back. That's it. Then you're if you're done with them, then be done with them and move on. Who
Yep.
cares? It's not going to change the business. It's not going to change the model. The biggest complaint I had about what that conversation was, we're not really going to do anything about this because in a nutshell, that's what they said.
Well, they don't know
It-
what they're going to. No, what they've said is they don't know yet because they're investigating. They're a proper look. If you do this, if when you're there, I understand a certain element of it, right?
I
So
get it
first,
too.
there's two different things. One element is yes, okay, we know we need to make a change.
Hmm.
So what are we going to do? Rather than just react, let's actually study, evaluate, understand it, and
Hmm.
then let's come up with ideas and let's implement a change.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Some of that you may divulge,
Hmm.
some of it you may not, because just like all secure anything you do from a security aspect to be able to tell if something's been tampered, there are certain elements of it that you don't share because otherwise people then know that it's there to go ahead and try to circumnavigate it versus having hidden security features somewhat, right?
Yeah.
But the other element is um, you don't you don't have or you have a certain set of potential financial liability involved in all this still. And when you're trying to try how certain things that you talk about while those things are being figured out, as a company, they're going to be very careful about what they say on the matter. Now, so far, all they've said is how they've addressed it in the immediate is that every reholder book is being reviewed by one of their senior graders.
which is supposed to have been happening already.
No,
It's
what
supposed to be happening.
the reholder was literally supposed to be put it in a new case.
Well, there
Not
is
even
there is
not even
something in the
take it.
fine.
Not
So
even
I've looked at
they
that.
had the right. Yeah, they've had. I know that they have the
They have the
right
right.
to review it and stuff. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it was good. The idea was they were doing a quick scan at it. It looks good. Not even taking it out of the inner well potentially, and just slapping it into a new case, outer case with a new label. Only
Hmm.
removing it from the inner well if it was being sent back for a reholder because of, Newton rings or something.
Hmm. Yeah. Well,
They
yeah.
were going
I
to
have two
because
books. So I'm sending that one back. I'm also sending out my prize book back, and now that I'm sending it back, what's my curiosity now is going to be that book says 9.8, right? Is it going to return 9.8? That's my curiosity.
right.
Um, so and the other one's a lower grade, but it's a Silver Age book. That book, I'm more certain that it might actually come back in a lower grade because it with its time, because it's I've had it for a very long time. I've had it for I'm trying to think. I've had it for almost 15 years, and it's a white cover,
Hmm.
and it's starting to get darker as a result because of the light and all that stuff. So it's not protecting it from the light. So it's starting to look worse than the 6.0 because the 6.0. And that
Yeah.
was I expect that one to come back lower. But at the same time, it's now what what's going to happen moving forward for this potential scammer, because again they're making it seem like it was one person, and yes, one person was caught doesn't mean that there wasn't other people that figured it out. And now that they showed it, I'm sure there are those that are figuring out. I think the answer to the problem is very simple. Just work on getting a better slab. That's it.
No, the answer's even easier than that. Regrade everything. There's no reholder.
Hmm.
You regrade everything. Now, if somebody's sending you in a book for the purpose of reholdering,
Hmm.
maybe if you want to offer them a discount because
Hmm.
it's a reholder, but it's still gonna every book's gonna get regraded. Period. And it's
Yeah.
story.
Hmm.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
I guess it's funny as I've heard a couple of different things the other day. Over the past week or two, I've fallen down a rabbit hole on certain React stuff and whatnot. And
Yeah.
there was like a couple that I've seen where people talk about how the coldest parts of Scotland and stuff, and how there's, and then them realizing how cold it gets into some of the parts of the United States and Canada, and realizing that holy shit, I guess we're like a summer vacation for some people. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It's time to go to Australia. It's
Well,
nice and
Australia,
warm.
I mean, Australia is nice and warm, but there you go. My land has no snow. Yeah, there's lots of areas with no snow.
Hmm.
Um, let's see here. What else we got going on? Of course. Good morning, everyone. Jean, good morning.
What's up, Jean?
Madam, thank you
Madame.
for joining us. Yep. All right, cool. Who else we got here? People saying hello,
Mhm.
and I'm getting caught up. Um,
Mhm. Come on, madam. Jump on for a few minutes. I know I'm going to have to jump out soon because I have a
yeah,
major project I'm working on.
don't jump.
Don't jump.
You
Okay.
got so much to live for. Don't do it.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a low jump.
Oh
It's a
my
low jump.
goodness gracious, everybody! It's the comic Viking.
Yeah. Look at that in his actual YouTube.
I haven't seen Alan in like
Government
forever, man.
government name right there. That well,
Yeah,
I had
okay.
I had him on my show on Monday, so he was chilling with me on Monday. Oh, you're getting your interview by Scotty on Monday, aren't you?
Yeah.
That should be interesting. Curious to see what kind of questions the tough questions he's gonna bring.
I don't know. That's like I just asked what it is. I don't know. Do I need to prep anything?
Nah, he's just gonna ask you
I'm a,
questions.
I'm a, I don't know. I don't keep like I'm not like some of the folks where I don't keep lots of books here. Everything's kind of on the other side of the wall. So it's like if I need to have something I need to talk about, I'm gonna have books. I need to have them staged and prepped because I don't
No, he's
have.
not gonna do it. He's not gonna do a 10-1-1. I'll tell you that much. You're not gonna get a
Well,
ten
no,
one one.
I know that, but I've seen some people doing I've seen some people doing on some of the episodes showing some stuff, and I didn't know if there was like a segment where I'm supposed to show something or not. So anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, Scott, you're the only person with the name Scott. It's gonna be over on Scotty Vaughn 82's channel.
Yeah, but Scotty is Eddie Z70. I like the sound of that show.
Z70 sounds like should be a Camaro.
It really is. It's like the new BMW series. Welcome to the Z series. I am loving
Driven
these,
by
by the
pretend.
way. I am loving this thing.
Mine is still
Loving this.
sitting over there. I haven't.
Dude, he made one of Warlock, and then I sent it to my wife. I, I,
Mhm.
I send her an image and say, honey, look. And she's like, the first answer that comes out of her mouth, well, out of her text is no. So I'm like, but it's he designed it with me in mind. And then
Yeah,
she's like, well, you gotta have to get rid of something. And I'm like, why does everything have to be you gotta get rid of something?
it is tall. I will say that. So I mean, ultimately, I'm sure that the volume is about the same as the what I use for
Yeah.
my mine's just wider, right? But I know I love I love tumblers in general,
Hmm.
because they're super well insulated, and
Hmm. Yeah.
I like my water with lots of ice.
Hmm.
I like ice water. I don't like it to not have ice.
Just go outside
And
now.
well, I don't have that here. Again, we've
Oh,
established
that's
that.
right. You got that problem.
I still have to go to the freezer to get ice. Um, so I can stick my cup outside and it's not going to get solid. Okay. Um, the the ability to be able to have ice throughout the day and not have it just melt right away, especially if I was drinking tea or something else. But I don't do that anymore. So when my ice melts in my water, it's not a big freaking deal.
Hmm.
Um, but at the end of the day, being able to not burn through a billion sheets, a billion ice cubes throughout the day to keep filling my
Yeah.
thing, I enjoy it quite immensely.
Hmm.
So I'm sure at some point I will break this one in. I love it. I just haven't moved it to the kitchen yet because I
Hmm.
use this one every day, and it's kind of a
Yeah.
creature of habit.
Hmm. Yeah. So same here. It's like I use the same 3 cups, but I have like 6 of them. Um, because first of all, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I got a few mugs. So, but since I'm not a coffee drinker, and I rarely,
What? He doesn't drink coffee? What? No.
yeah, I don't drink coffee. Sorry. Wait till I tell you about the other stuff. Like, he got his mug and the cup.
Well, this one here's a
Oh,
Doctor
look
Von
at
Ood,
that. That's a nice one.
The Parliament of Mouths.
Yes. So I got these mugs that just sit there, but so I end up using them for something else and things like that. But yeah, I'm with you, Alan. I'm with you, Alan. Coffee is disgusting to me.
Damn, I
Uh,
don't drink water. Fish love that shit.
that is true. That is
Well,
true.
they don't make love in
Mhm.
my city water.
Yeah.
But that natural spring water, mm,
Hmm.
yes, give me some of that natural spring water where a fish die in it, they shit and piss, and every animal does. Yes, give me that. That sounds
Is,
good.
is the water in New York Beach dirty? Somebody from New Jersey said something about beach. Well, first of all, if it's someone from New Jersey, that's the first problem. Okay. Um, but the water in New York is definitely dirty. The but the filtration system that we have makes it cleaner than most around the country. So that's why we have really good pizza
What?
and bagels and all that stuff.
What is this with you guys? Coffee is disgusting.
I can't.
Make sh- Making demand my kids never drink. What kind? Why? What kind of un-American bastards are you guys? Are you guys going to
I
make your kids drink tea like freaking British folk? Come
well,
on.
British folks. That's you know
We
what? Not all British folks drink tea, from what I learned.
No, some of them have learned to like coffee instead.
Yes,
God
I've heard
bless
that a lot.
America.
Now
And you know
I
what?
am.
Coffee
I'm not
is good.
opposed.
I
I'm not
understand.
opposed to
Well, hold on.
coffee.
Before I go, I will say there's a lot of shit coffee out there.
Yes.
But if you're gonna just like there's shit beer, and there are people who buy nice, good quality beer because they like
Mm-hmm.
quality beer. Or there's cheap whiskey, but they
Mm-hmm.
buy better tasting whiskey. Any number
Mm-hmm.
of things. There's good stuff and there's cheap crap. So don't
Yep.
buy cheap ass crap coffee. Get some good coffee. God damn it.
So my wife was a huge. She didn't drink coffee when we started dating. She didn't drink coffee at all. So I was like, yes, I found the perfect woman. Um, and then within time, she ended up liking coffee, and now she's hooked. Rob's gonna ban you guys. Uh, but I just don't like coffee because it reminds me too much of chocolate, and I don't like chocolate. So
Who doesn't like pecan pie?
I don't
Pe-
like pecan pie.
what is wrong with you,
I'm
Izzy?
a weird dude. I'm a weird dude when it comes to my taste buds. You know?
My God, you don't like pecan pie, you don't like coffee. Like the smell of coffee, I just can't stand the
Oh, I
taste.
hate the smell
See,
of
I,
coffee.
I think I
I
think
don't like
I
the
think
smell of coffee either.
I think if you must be drinking some crappy coffee.
Mhm.
Huh.
So,
Caffeine is a hell of a drug. Well, that it is. I
yep.
didn't like coffee till I lifeguarded at 5 a.m. Yeah. I I I will say for me, look, I grew up in a so my dad was a cop when I was young. So and my grandmother was from Louisiana. And so and there was always a pot of coffee
No, I don't
24
like sushi or sashi.
24/7. There was coffee in the house, and you drank it black. No, but you didn't put cream and sugar in it because then it wasn't coffee, then it was dessert. So you drink. So I grew up drinking the stuff. Um, I learned to appreciate good coffee. I now spend a lot of money compared to what I could buy coffee for at the store,
Hmm.
but still, because I brew it myself, I don't go to Starbucks or something. My cost per cup is relatively low.
Hmm.
And you know what? I buy coffee that when people come to my house and they've had it, they all everyone sits there and goes, "Wow, this is really really good. I don't need cream and sugar in this." Yeah, because it's not bitter as shit. Because we got some fucking goddamn good quality coffee, and you brew it properly. It doesn't taste like. I can understand it when people get cheap bitter coffee. I can understand when people say I don't like it. It's the same thing. Like if you only had the cheapest, crappiest beer in life, right? Milwaukee's best. That's all you've ever had for a beer. I understand why you don't like beer because it's not the best. But
So
anyways,
here's my question. You know how people love to brew like beer and stuff like that, or make beer and stuff like that. Why don't you do the same thing for coffee? Rob's facts of coffee.
because I don't have a place to grow coffee beans,
So would have been cool.
that
Could have done something.
requires quite a bit of space to grow coffee
Mm.
beans, and then a lot of work to harvest the beans and all the other stuff like goes with that. So, Marcus, how
Hey,
you
Mark.
doing
Hey,
there,
what's up,
sir?
man?
Good morning, Legion. What's up, man?
I thought CJ that real men drink coffee and unfiltered camels,
Wow,
smoked unfiltered.
Marlboros. Ooh. Mm.
The idea that New Jersey water is cleaner than most is wild. I don't know.
I didn't say New Jersey water was cleaner. I said New York water was cleaner.
100% there, Mr. Pocan Joe. We threw that tea in the bay. That's where it belongs. I have this argument with my wife every morning when she
Yeah,
grades
but it was one
for a
hell of
cup
a
of
party.
tea
I'll tell you that much.
That's
250
one
years
thing.
ago now.
That's one thing I love about Ted Lasso is how much he hates tea. Because I'm the same way. I hate tea.
Look,
It's
I
ridiculous.
despise. I don't mind an occasional glass of iced tea,
I hate
but
it in
but
all
hot tea,
circumstances.
I just honestly I don't. My house, my wife is a big tea person. She's got like 12 different teas. She's got the different, not just the tea bag. She's put like loose leaf tea and the freaking all the blah, 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 blah. All the stuff I will say about coffee. She'll do a tea about good teas and stuff. And that's fine.
Mm.
And I was so proud when my youngest became a coffee drinker early on.
It was like a
I'm
passage
stopping
of
though.
And
rice.
I'm not
then,
letting my kids
and
drink that,
then,
man.
and then they betrayed me and switched off of coffee and became a freaking goddamn tea drinker. And
It's over.
She won in the end.
My world has come to an end.
Off the well. Off the well.
I go, this is America, god damn it. We'll drink coffee. Let's see here. What we got
I thought
here?
CJ smokes Newports. Oh man.
I love secondhand smoke, but cigarettes. Wow, I didn't think anybody liked secondhand smoke. Let's see.
Yeah.
If God wanted us to drink coffee, He would have wouldn't make us wake. If God didn't want us to make, yes, and if He wanted, okay, I got through that. Here you go. Agreed. And if God wanted us to put cream and sugar in it, it would have come that way. That's what my grandmother used to say all the time. Was if it was meant to have cream and sugar, it would have come that way out of the bean. Let's see here. Everyone, make sure you say hi to CJ because you all matter. Yep, 100% agree.
It's very important.
Yes. Very.
Let's see. Dead Man's telling me he hates tea. Repeats on me. Coffee is my go-to drink. Very good. Thank you, Dead Man. I appreciate you.
He's a traitor to the British.
That's why it's called.
Well, maybe he's seen the devastation that the tea brought to the world through the empire building and trying to secure more tea from. Let's see. Doesn't like chocolate.
Nope.
Yeah, is he a plant from USSR? Yeah, he doesn't like chocolate. He doesn't like coffee. And what else was we say? Oh, he probably likes pineapple on his pizza.
Nope,
too.
I hate pineapple.
Well,
Hate
thank
pineapple
God
on my
for that.
pizza. Pizza should be eaten the way it was meant to be.
Yeah.
Cheese, tomato sauce on a crust.
Yeah, I try to let bygones be bygones, but pineapple on a pizza is one of those things where we're enemies.
Well, that's the thing. It's like with pineapple pizza, there's usually ham associated with it in some way. But pineapple on its own, no. No.
And I'm not even a fan of ham on pizza for the most part. I mean, I don't begrudge it necessarily, but ham is like if I'm gonna put, I like pork,
dude, man. Look at me,
but,
Scott.
But ham
I
is
eat.
But ham is like the least exciting pork meat there is. I want the other good stuff. I want the pepperoni. I want salami. I want sausage. I want bacon. All those things on my pizza. Yeah, ham.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're gonna throw it on there with the other stuff, I won't peel it off, but I'm not going to ask for you to put it on as a topping necessarily because
I'd rather have a salad pizza. I'd rather have a salad pizza than a pineapple pizza.
I know I'm behind on the chat here, but I love it. Coffee's proof God wants us to be awake, warm, and happy.
I love that one.
Yes, especially, and I'm sure that I only drink mine black. Yes, unsugared. Yes. The nice thing about drinking, and look, my doctor, when I went to the doctor, and they ask you, they always ask you the question like, are you taking any drugs or anything like that, right? And
all of them.
I sit there and my response was, I said, I remember one time I said, aside from a caffeine abuse problem, I'm drug free. And he goes, well, what would you define as a caffeine abuse problem? And I said, and this was, I think at the time I was younger, before I switched off of drinking, I used to drink coffee in the morning and iced tea all day in the afternoon. And I didn't drink water hardly at all. Now now I'm coffee and water, and that's what I drink. But I drink like 6 to 8 cups of coffee in the morning, and then I would switch to this. He looked at me. He says, "You drink 6 to 8 cups of coffee in the morning?" I said, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What is that? Not natural?"
Pissing straight yellow.
And he goes, "Well, I guess if you can handle the caffeine." There's no. He says, what are you putting in it? And I said, I drink it black. And he goes, oh, okay. Well, as long as you can handle the caffeine, knock yourself out. I said, yeah. I have a resting heart rate of like 70 beats per minute and if I don't drink my coffee, it's like 30.
There you go. Keeping you alive,
that's
right?
That's how I get my exercise sitting down. Is I drink coffee, let my heart go.
Yeah, I drink a lot of coffee, but I have to pound water with it, or I just
Starbucks Look, Starbucks is all over the place, and you know what you're going to get. And I've never had a good cup of plain coffee from Starbucks. It's always like super over
Yeah.
brewed, super intense. I need to cut it like an Americano or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now their
They were
espresso
never
drinks,
meant to be a coffee place. They were a
yeah, their espresso
cappuccino.
drinks are fine and dandy, but I don't. You certainly, it's just a lot of sugar that goes into most of that stuff.
Yeah,
So
that's what I need.
it's
Give me the sugar.
it's a nice, most of the time I drink that is like during the summer. I'll go maybe once in a blue moon. You go have yourself like one of their things, like a almost instead of going to the ice cream shop, you go get a freaking frozen Slurpee coffee or whatever. But
I see the chat has gone past the coffee talk and they just went right into the weed talk.
I'm getting it. Let's say coffee beans ground, then Colombian. Otherwise, settle for
Yeah, I need some more coffee actually.
I don't know. Coffee bean. I don't. Well, I do. I don't do Colombian coffee. I do 100% Kona coffee. I order from a grower, a plantation owner in Hawaii, and have it shipped to me. And then whole beans, and I grind it each morning in my grinder, expensive grinder. Blah blah blah. All that fun stuff. Hot tea, huh? This ain't Star Trek. Drink it cold, sweet as syrup.
Hey, you got Brian LCS in the house.
Unfiltered.
He doesn't drink coffee.
Oh, there you go. Oops. A mark-free Legion episode. Yeah, Bubs, here's what's happened. I don't know where he is. He's MIA. He's AWOL. All those other different things we want to say. He didn't tell me anything. I sent him some text messages this morning because this wasn't even set up, and then I just decided to hell with it. You guys expect him, you'll miss him, but you need your Friday morning fix. So I created the show and went live with it, and so we're racking up view time for Mark without him being here. What else is new? He'll wake up. I'm sure he's probably not feeling well. He hasn't been feeling well this week, so I'm sure he's sleeping in.
Yeah, there's been this flu going on that a lot of people have been getting sick of.
Good morning.
Hey.
Cliffy Durs is saying he's got a snow day, no work. He's going to come on. Well, welcome.
Snow day.
Come on and join us, Durs.
Does Zoe exist anymore?
No, apparently.
Wow.
Let's see. Everyone say hello. Oh wow, I'm really behind if they're just now saying hey to Marcus. Wow. Okay, I need to move along. Pineapple on its own is disgusting. Well, pineapple. I'm not a fan of pineapple. Period. Myself either. Not let alone on pizza. Anchovies, no. Oh, it's interesting. Anchovies until like I think it was around the 1930s or 40s, somewhere around that time. Anchovies were a mainstay in America. I mean, it used to be anchovies was the canned, common for lunches and everything else. But then tuna fish replaced it sometime around the post Great Depression, World War II era, I believe. Don't quote me 100% on the date, but I think that's pretty close to accurate, where tuna fish suddenly became the de facto canned fish replacement.
That's right. You come here for your fish and coffee.
Alfredo on pizza. Yeah, any sauce other than, I'm not a fan of pesto sauces or Alfredo sauces or any cream sauces or barbecue sauces on pizzas. I think it should be either for me, I don't like heavy tomato sauce. I do like a light to medium tomato sauce. And
cheese. It's about the cheese. For me, it's about the cheese.
Well, I could do without sauce, even if you do like an olive oil and a nice garlic and herb base underneath it. No, that's what happens sometimes when I make it myself.
That sounds like fancy pizza, man.
I don't know if it's
throw in the tomato sauce, throw in some mozzarella, put it in the oven, take it out. You got pizza. That's all you need.
I'm with that. I kind of like it without sauce. It's good without sauce.
Yeah, when I make it at home, I tend to
like a white slice. White slices are good, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like the white slice.
Hello, how are you doing?
Esteban.
Let's see what else we got past that pizza. Starting a day with Marcus in the morning. Yep, absolutely. Marcus was here. He went to go get some more coffee. Scotty says he eats seaweed as opposed to smoking weed. My youngest does that. Has a whole bunch of seaweed wraps for making.
He's
stuff.
not telling you, man. It's you gotta get one day. You got that PSA commercial coming in. Like,
No,
what
no,
is
no.
this? What is this?
No. My youngest has just got a whole section of the pantry of food products that I can't read the labels because it's not in the language I understand. And,
What is this?
hot coffee at home, frozen coffee forever if I stop somewhere. Sure enough. Have I ever had Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee?
Wow.
No, I have not. I have heard of it. And some folks have even recommended it to me before. Oh, wait a second. No. You know what? I did try it. Somebody sent me some one time as a gift to try. And I thought it was fine. I just am really, really kind of partial to my Kona coffee. Especially since the problem is in the continental U.S., you can when you buy Kona coffee, it's only 10% Kona and 90% other shit. It's filler, man. I'm talking about when you buy drugs and they cut the drugs, right? This shit is really cut when you're only getting 10% of the product you think you're buying. But when I order it directly from the growers in the mainland, in Hawaii, not the mainland, in the islands off the Kona Island, then you get the pure uncut stuff, and that stuff, amazing. Let's see. What else we got? Starbucks does hot chocolate pretty well. I feel like, can you do hot chocolate poorly?
Yes.
You can.
I've been told you can.
Yes.
I guess you could burn it.
You can
Well,
you can make it from cocoa, from cocoa powder, and then not put enough sugar in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I guess I'm used to two different ways, right? One is either you've got the stupid instant packet, so you're just adding hot water, which case it's fine. I mean, it's nothing to write home about, but it's fine. It's not bad. And then the other is you make chocolate milk and then steam it to warm it up, and that's unless you don't put enough chocolate sauce in it. I mean,
I think I
Isn't
use
that
milk
just
when I
hot
make
milk?
the chocolate. Yeah, I use milk.
yeah. So I said, make hot chocolate. You make chocolate milk and steam it up, steam it warm, right?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because I mean, that's all it is. It's just warmed up chocolate milk.
With marshmallows.
Whether you put marshmallows in it or whipped cream and other sugar stuff, that's neither here nor there. The essential part of the hot chocolate aspect of it. Yeah. Oh no, I gotta have my whipped cream with like cinnamon sprinkles. And
What is that voice?
And a peppermint stick.
Is that your Mickey Mouse voice? Now that
Is that Mickey?
now you,
no, that's not a Mickey.
you can make your own Mickey show now if you want.
I know. Hey there, boys
Key
and girls.
collector.
Let's play with knives in the shower. Come here, Minnie.
Oh
Key
boy,
collector told me Batman is going to be in the public domain.
that's not for another 10 years.
Again, the earliest
Oh,
version, though, right? So
Superman is coming soon, and then Batman because they're a year
what
apart
is
from each
with
other.
this freaking community? You guys are all dead to me. Brian LCS not a coffee drinker either.
Do you know how many antioxidants are in coffee, you guys?
Right.
You can drink up to
Phil,
5 cups of coffee a day.
Thank you.
They say.
Welcome
Tons
back.
of antioxidants in it for you.
But Phil has returned to coffee. Welcome back to the fold with an open arms of embrace. Thank you. My goodness.
It's okay.
Pop Attic is here.
All your caffeine consumption.
You are still loved.
We don't know where your son is. You might have to contact your former colleagues and have them send out a search party because he is
barge the door
lost.
down.
I don't know. Mark is sick. He looked pretty bad when I saw him earlier this week. Well, fair enough.
Get well soon,
Burke.
Mark,
How you doing there, Burke? Welcome back, Burke. Coming up close on being able to be monetized, so we can all make fun of him again for all the commercials as I'll go on and lead him into all his commercial endorsements and whatnot.
Congratulations on going viral, shitting on Comic Tom. I'm proud of you, Burke. Proud of you, Burke.
Oh,
I did see that video too.
I saw the. I'll be honest. I saw some video about it, and I was like, "Yeah, Moving on. I don't even care. Don't.
Or
Well,
his
I had to see what it was about, but then I moved on after I saw.
but that's what everyone else did.
That's the problem. Again, we
Yeah.
go back to the clickbait
That's
titles, right? It's
It
like
works.
I
It
clicked
works.
on one the other day. It was funny. Is I saw this thing. It was literally it was about the 49ers, right? And I read the title. I said, that is the fucking clickbaitiest clickbait title I've ever seen in my life. But now I have to click on it to see what the fuck
hate
it was.
it.
And I know it. Like, I know I'm not going to get what I'm getting.
Dude,
Oh,
I
God.
hate myself so much when I do, because I do that too, where I'm like, I know this is a waste of time, but I still have to
Well,
do it.
it's
And then
good
it
to know
is a
that
waste
he's
of
out.
time.
Hope he does feel better. I'm not necessarily a treasure. I'm just, well, somebody who woke up goddamn early in the mornings as long as I'm up.
But to Burke's video, I was just laughing because he's there. Look at this. It's a scratchy, and it was bad. Those books were bad. So I want to know what they're going to do about it, which they're probably not going to do anything about it. So Burke, tell me what they did with the books. Did they do something with the books? Did you get new books? Because those books look terrible.
They only sell pizza in New York. Everywhere else is pizza adjacent. This is how I know how far behind in the chat I am right now. I'm trying to move.
That's pretty
move
far back.
You're far back here.
You are pretty far back.
Not a coffee person. All right, I'm moving it forward. I'm skipping
All your
ahead.
caffeine, you should be ahead of the chat.
Dr. Von Hoot, how you doing?
Hoot.
Keep Rob away from your kids. Why? I'm not on any kind of watch list.
He has the mustache.
That you
Pushing the caffeine consumption.
Come on.
I only drink coffee from Comics Curing Cancer Black Mug. Good for you, because Comics Curing Cancer Mug makes your coffee cancer free.
If you love comics, if you love coffee,
please note the legal disclaimer that says this is not an actual statement or endorsement that the coffee drank from this mug does not actually cure cancer or guarantee cancer-free lifestyle. Please consult a physician for more details. Rob is a treasure, old and fossilized.
I was buried, too, but I was feeling kind this morning.
Buried in the ground and best forgotten. Okay, now I'm caught up. That wasn't very.
I did see the update, bro.
Morning, everybody. Raging Cajuns.
I saw Fire Guy Ryan in your comments. You guys were being all friendly to each other. So
again, here's another one. How the hell? My God.
Raging Cajun. He's a Cajun.
Now I know why.
I like tea. I like tea. Look, I'm a tea guy.
Look, I'm going to tell you, the coffee tea debate is worse than the red and blue states in this goddamn country. What's really going to cause the downfall of this society is us reverting back to a tea-based morning coffee drink. That's the way. I'm going to stand by that statement. I'm going to vote for whichever president will endorse coffee.
Oh, you want to be careful with that one.
I'm behind you, Rob.
You gotta be careful with that one. No.
It's the most important. It's the most important thing on facing America. This issue is this issue right here. Are you a coffee or a tea drinker?
No, don't go there.
Oh,
we don't need another.
Coffee drinkers will rise up because they just have more caffeine.
Let's see. I'm up early because I couldn't sleep because I found out my dad's. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, our thoughts go out for you there, Joe.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hope that he a speedy recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Way to bring us down, though.
The stroke is no joke.
No, it's not. Cool. Clothes hanger is 27. What? The clothes hanger is 27. Is that the viewing?
That's what people are watching right now.
Yeah. That would be. I don't know anything about an iPhone, so I can't help you, but I can tell you that here my eyeball shows me like 26 people watching. So 26% sounds about right. Yep. Hot coffee, cold tea. Now that I can get behind. Although I don't drink a lot of cold iced tea any longer. Mostly because I like my tea sweet, and I'm trying to eliminate as much sugar as possible, being borderline diabetic, or I guess technically I'm diabetic now. So I try to can't can't necessarily drink that, so I've had to become a coffee, water, and whiskey guy.
Nothing like getting rid of diabetes and whiskey.
Well, I don't drink a lot of it, but
Cures a lot of things, actually.
I would say it's not like drinking wine. It's got a lot more sugars in it versus because it's got the fruit sugars, not just the alcohol sugars. Alcohol sugars are a little bit different. So
yeah,
but
you got to
still,
be careful. That's where carbs come from too. Drinking all this sugar, you don't realize that any sugar is a carb. You don't realize. I didn't realize.
I don't drink a lot of that. It's mostly coffee and water, but every once in a while, I do still love my bourbon. Anywho, let's see. No carbs in tea. As long as you don't put sugar or anything else in it. Yes, that's true. Same thing with coffee. I can't stand tea. I have to drink it sweet to enjoy it. Yes, that's true.
I had to wean myself on the coffee. I remember the smell of coffee like being just horrible in the morning. My dad would make it, and the smell of it, I'd turn my stomach. But then I started drinking, and I put a ton of sugar, a ton of milk, a ton of cream, and like a little coffee. And
was he like drinking like Maxwell House or something?
Yes, that's exactly what he was drinking.
Wait. So you like your coffee white?
I
like my coffee just with milk. No.
Yeah, that's bad. As I put Maxwell Health. Yes. Yeah.
Folgers, or all that stuff.
Folgers was only time I ever drank Folgers really was like their instant coffee, because the Folgers instant coffee, as far as instant coffee went, wasn't atrocious. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't like Taster's Choice, which was
yeah.
But
now here the coffee of choice in this area will always be Café Bustero, which is the Puerto Rican coffee. People love that coffee over here.
How do you say it again?
Café Bustero.
Can't even picture the words in my mind.
Yeah, it's a yellow can. It's a yellow canister. So
okay.
So I'll get a picture of it when to show you. But it's one of the most. It's definitely one of the most popular coffees out there. Spanish people know.
I'm a big fan of the K-Cups of the Starbucks dark roast Sumatras.
I'll have to send you some real stuff. I like unflavored iced tea as water alternative. I drink iced tea, lemon flavor, iced tea with a little bit of lemon in it was what I used to drink when I was younger. When I switched off of Coke, because in college I was coffee and Coke. I had a bad Coke. I had a Coke problem when I was in college, like 10 to 12 cans a day.
Problem?
Yeah,
I was drinking out of context. Don't worry.
I was drinking 10 to 12 cans a day, and then I switched to iced tea.
Completely in context.
Then I was switched to iced tea because I said, "Oh, Coke is bad, so I'll drink iced tea." And I drank like 3 quarts of iced tea a day, and then I decided that I needed to switch to frickin' something without sugar and sweetness in it, and went to drinking water, which is much healthier, I suppose.
I got it here. There's your coffee, Café Bustero, and Esteban knows what I'm talking about. That one. Have you seen that?
I have seen that can before.
Yes, everybody's seen that. That is delivered to New York City. All right, that's what people love over here.
It's only got 4.5 stars though.
It's espresso coffee.
Yeah, but that's what people love over here. That's the coffee they love.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, 100% there. Keep dreaming of that rematch.
That Bodega coffee. Yep, he knows what I'm talking about. CJ knows what I'm talking about. It's Bodega coffee.
We're still talking about coffee. That's funny. Coffee took over.
Took over the streams, man.
Dead man said all this got Mrs. Lunch right there.
Because Rob refused to talk about CGC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's funny that as far as that CGC thing, it's crazy how many people are talking about it compared to the small number of people who are actually affected by it.
Who it affects, right? Because not only is it a small number of slabs, but it's like, I don't know about just out of you guys. Are any of you guys dropping that kind of money and going after 9.8
Never.
newsstands
Never.
or Mark Jeweler inserts of
Never.
ASM 300 or Hulk 181 or any of these? No, probably not. So you know what?
The counter argument to that would be, though, because I was going to make a meme to make fun of this whole thing, but then I thought about it and I was thinking about how, yes, none of us are affected, but really all of us who buy CGC slabs are affected because it directly attacks the credibility of CGC, and the credibility of CGC props up so much in this space.
But is the credibility of CGC really in jeopardy in this case now? Because in all fairness, people are still doing it.
If you can scam them,
well, anything can be scammed, right?
Rob, can you explain the CGC controversy? Because
anything can be scammed.
Sure. So here's the Cliff Notes. People would have a book. They would like a direct copy or something of a book that wasn't labeled anything. It was a high grade. Then they'd buy a lower grade or have a lower grade Mark Jeweler or newsstand variant. They would swap the book and then send it in for a reholder, where in the reholder they wouldn't regrade it. They would just take the book and the label and put it in a new holder and send it off. So now you have maybe what you had was at one point had taken like an 8.0 newsstand and you put it into a 9.6 slab essentially and sent it in, and they reholdered it, and now it became a 9.6 newsstand, and you could sell it for a shit ton more money, and you still had the raw, which you could then go submit for regrading, and you still had that book back to go. So that's the gist. Cliff Notes, there's more to it, but the short version. Somebody found a way to scam based on primarily using this reholder functionality. At the end of the day, it calls some credibility into some stuff, but there's always going to be scamming. Alan,
regular people, Alan.
Yeah.
According to CGC, they claim none of their people were involved.
But they're just involved in other things.
Right. So, I mean, look, you're right. There's an element that doesn't affect us directly. It does affect us indirectly in the simplest standpoint. If you have any books, that there could be some question about stuff, but it's really the question is how do they respond? Because every iteration of their slabs and labels and everything that they've done over time, there's always an element of trying to improve or reduce the about preserve these different aspects. So how do they respond to this? That is what matters. If they turn around and they address it, which so far they're addressing it by they've identified books that they believe are the issue. They're asking for those books to be sent back in to be evaluated, and if the books are found to be fine, they'll reholder them for free, send them back. If they're an issue, they'll issue a new cert number, so that they're trying to purge these questionable cert numbers from the register from existence. And if it's a book that's got issues, they'll regrade it and offer potential compensation or whatever, trying to deal with it. So they're trying to address that aspect of it, and then they're going to do something else, which we don't know. Right now, all they've said is that they're going to they're having all reholders reviewed by a senior grader, which is something. It's not their final what they're going to do, but it's something for now. It's an interim. At the end of the day, if they address it, I don't think I think this is just a minor blip in the grand scheme of things.
It happens every day, all over the world, and here's a great example. Do you guys eat Chick-fil-A ever? Ever?
Except Sunday.
You're right. Nobody's eating Chick-fil-A Sunday, but I guess for the past 2 years, Chick-fil-A has been charging a few cents extra on all their products on their drive-thrus compared to what their actual prices are inside. And that was the big scandal or controversy. I just ate Chick-fil-A.
I heard that. Wow.
Yeah, it just came out this week, but I just went through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru yesterday and still got food. It bared no effect on me whatsoever. So we live
it does affect. It does affect sellers. I think sellers more than anything.
But we live in the world and the realization of the world that everybody's going to try, not everybody, but if there's a way to make money on a scam or a come up or something like that, there's going to be people that are going to try and take advantage of any situation across the board, which sucks. But as long as CGC rectifies it, like I said, there's the one dude we talked about previously that's fuming because they haven't reached out to him. But if they rectify everything, I feel like it's not going to matter.
Yeah, Gene's right. The problem is, on their current system is that the label is not enclosed with the book. It's easy to get the label out. Well, easy-ish comparatively. So they'll address it. I'm sure. I'm not. At the end of the day, if you're a slab person, look. Here's the deal. It affects nothing of what you send in of your own stuff unless you're trying to scam them.
Mm-hmm.
And second, they're just a third party giving you an evaluation of the condition of the book. That helps, but at the end of the day, you should be dealing either with trusted sellers or you should evaluate them yourselves.
Correct.
Especially if I'm spending that kind of money, and that's just me. Now I know other people, so I'm gonna look. If I'm spending that kind of money, I want to do my due diligence. I don't mind buying a $100 book or something, or a couple $100 books online. But if I'm going to be spending $1,000+ on a book, I want that to be a face-to-face transaction where I can see it and review it personally.
Absolutely.
That's me. But
Bob says that Chick-fil-A story was fake, and that sounds right to me. That
It just came out. No, dude,
is exposed. The story was exposed as a viral false story.
It doesn't. I feel like I would have heard about something like that.
It was in Ohio. It was around here. There's a couple places around here in Ohio that I've seen. But stuff that was making local news play stories and stuff.
Right,
like
but things will make local news stories.
For sure.
Because for the same reason that we just talked about earlier this morning on this CGC thing, is people don't do the reporting.
Research.
They report on what other people reported.
Yeah,
so
of course.
A viral story that's not that's filled with half truths or no truths at all, completely made up, will spread, and people will then report on it and say, "Oh, it was reported on this thing," and they'll do this whole story about it without actually investigating what's going on. So I don't know whether it's true or false, but Pops is
I was
saying,
just using it as an example that
yeah.
scams. There's literally scams going on right now. Right now, as we're sitting here, there's thousands of scams happening.
No, there's always going to be a scam.
There's
Yeah.
nothing in the propaganda, man.
The only propaganda I want to find real quick is I'm officially making a CJ as my #1 fan tee. It's literally in the works.
You gotta make sure it comes with like a birthday cake.
Oh yeah, on the back, just a big birthday. Or no, it'd be CJ getting Steve Aoki with a birthday cake in the face, so you can see his face.
It's like if there's a chance to make $1, somebody will take advantage of you, right? Especially, and it's like saying like, oh, you mean you're shocked and surprised that this commercial for profit company isn't working in your personal best interest, that they're only looking out for them and their bottom line? I'm shocked and surprised by that. Not at all.
CJ responded. I love CJ's response.
Oh, it's your birthday? Happy birthday,
It's his
CJ.
birthday. He admits it's his
Everybody make
birthday.
sure you let CJ know it's happy birthday.
It's always the best when you're in a random chat outside of the community like circle, and then CJ shows up, and somebody will just be like, "Oh, happy birthday, CJ!" And then all the people you don't normally interact will start. And there's like 50 people like, "Oh, happy birthday!"
That's because it is his birthday.
Every day.
CJ,
No,
when
it
is
is.
your
He says
birthday?
so right there. He said it's his
When's
birthday.
It's his
When's
birthday.
his real birthday?
I have no idea. Yeah, we need to find out his
I want to know
actual.
when his real birthday is, so then we can all not say happy birthday on that day for sure.
Another trip around the sun completed.
Happy birthday, CJ. I love you, brother.
Yeah.
Look for Insomniacs tonight.
Oh wow! Look, he's got a Friday birthday coming up on Friday, John. Jean?
Look at that.
Happy birthday to you.
birthday.
Medicare eligible. Congratulations.
No.
Oh,
No,
shit.
he's in Canada, so he's already got.
They've had all that. They've had all that.
He's had
just
Medicare
normal
medical
everyday
provided for
life
him
for
for a
him,
long
man.
time.
He doesn't have to be scared to break an arm or a leg or something like that.
Oh man.
Well, CJ, you told us it was your birthday, so now why
He
are you
did
telling us
say
it's
it.
not your birthday?
Happy
That's
birthday to C Bizzle though, because his birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
Bizzle's
Oh,
tomorrow,
nice.
man.
Nice. Happy.
Hey, happy birthday, C Bizzle. And how about
There's
the
a-
Lions?
There's a
baby?
lot of birthdays coming up.
Dude, everybody is in
My
January.
birthday's this month.
Not everybody. Not everybody.
When is
There's
your
just
birthday?
a ton.
Everybody that matters, Izzy.
Facts.
Sure,
Facts.
you were gonna say
My
that.
wife's birthday. My wife's
course you would
birthday is
say that.
Insurrection Day.
Yes, of course I
There
would.
you go.
My wife's
Well-
birthday is on Lincoln's birthday, so I
Actually,
always
I
get the
guess-
day off.
I guess that's not true because some people had their birthday last month and they matter too. My wife. Happy birthday, dear.
Is she still
She
watching?
matters. No,
Is she there next to you?
No, she's asleep. It's not even 6 o'clock in the morning. She's in bed with the dog asleep. The dog's probably moved into my spot on the bed, taking my spot, moving me out. going,
Wow.
They're notorious for that. They just want your body heat. Let's be honest.
They watch your butt.
That's why I try to put all kinds of weird pillows underneath the comforter to make it all lumpy so they'll stay where they're at the foot of the bed instead of
That's
climbing
funny.
to my spot. I don't want you anywhere. I don't want your dog hair on my pillow.
Is it? Did you guys get snow? Is it snowing there?
No, there's no snow here.
It's not snowing yet.
No. It's
Yeah, madam, you got any snow?
Yeah.
No.
Are
It's not getting snow outside right now.
are you going to hit 7? Is your high going to hit over 70 today?
No, not 70, but I mean, it's I
Dude,
might.
yesterday it was 25 degrees yesterday. It was warm. It was
It
nice.
was warm yesterday. It was really nice
Yeah, it
yesterday.
was 25. It felt like 9 degrees for the first time.
25, felt good.
Yeah, I had to call my work this morning. I was like, it's a level 3. I'm not coming. Are we open? What's going on? They're like, no, it's a level 3. We're not open. Because like some jobs, even if it's a level 3 here, they'll still be like, well, we're open. You still have to come to work. But if you're on the road, you'll literally get pulled over and ticketed and stuff like that. It's emergency vehicles only and stuff.
You get ticketed.
It's true. Beckerman ranked
On the level 3, yeah.
Rolando, is it your birthday?
Everybody's birthday.
Who? Oh no, John's January 26th. He said.
Nice.
Okay, gotta represent.
Beckerman likes to let you know where he
Yes.
stands. Bizzle. That's one thing about Becker is
I
he's gonna
don't
tell you where he
know about these levels you're talking about.
Yeah. So I'll explain. Level 1.
I can figure it out, but
Right.
I mean, we
want to
would
know.
have-
That's what he's trying to tell you.
we would have, hey, there's snow, don't go anywhere.
Right.
Because
right.
we don't, because when it snows at 14 feet above sea level in San Francisco Bay Area, the world has come to an end.
That's the worst part about like people working in factory jobs here, because factories never, well, it doesn't matter what your weather is, you still have to come to work. But again, on a level 3, you're not allowed to be on the roads, and a factory will fire you if you don't come to work. So it's like it's a stupid,
Yeah.
terrible situation for those kind
That's
of workers.
unsafe.
Over
Yeah.
here, it doesn't matter.
You should get
They'll
hazard
say
pay.
State of immersion. It doesn't
Right.
matter over here. Over here, it doesn't matter. Like what they will do is they'll stop certain transportation, but
Right.
whatever, if it's an emergency, they're not going to stop people from going where they have to go, because the reality of it is there are some jobs that require people to be present.
Right.
So there's some agency jobs, for example, so
That's why they'll
don't
pull you over if you're in like healthcare or something like that. Basically, it's like COVID rules. Like the non-essential jobs are all closed. But if you're pulled over and basically like, hey, I'm going to work at blah 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 blah, and you're not supposed to be on the road, it's like a $200-300 ticket.
hey, Justin JB.
I love how in Wisconsin, like when it would be snowing and there'd be tons of snow, like we'd have no problem driving on the road. You just think of your car more of as a sled, really, when you're driving.
I have a
and
Chrysler,
nuts and everything. And then it snows in Texas and nobody can drive, right? Because nobody's used to driving when it's snowing, and you all get an accident. It's crazy.
People will be here in SUVs and trucks on lift kits and 24-inch wheels and stuff, and still driving 10 miles an hour in the snow. I can only
Because all that stuff has nothing to do.
right.
Handling
Well,
people.
like they got like the anti-snow tires on, and like some people have like chains on their tires and stuff, and
It
they're
doesn't
still
do
driving.
anything.
Yeah, and I have a Chrysler 200, so like if it snows a little bit, it's not moving. My car does not drive in the snow.
Apparently Teslas don't either. So.
No,
They don't charge. They
all
drive
the,
right up
yeah,
they run out of
dude,
charge.
all the stations were frozen, and everybody was getting their Teslas. Like, there's pictures of like it with like the charging station being like a Tesla graveyard and stuff.
Yeah. Well, again,
that was humorous.
we don't know anything about that where I live. It's gonna rain. I mean,
I got another 3.5 years, and then we can sell our house and move. So I just gotta bear it out.
I mean, I could
Actual
drive.
Dracula?
I do have experience driving on ice and snow, and I have a Subaru. I wouldn't want to drive in blizzard or any of that. I've driven. Look, the worst I ever did. I drove my Fiat Abarth with 3-season tires through fucking whiteout conditions, trying to get to my friend's bachelor party, and that was insane. Every light. Oh, it was definitely worth it. But every light up instrument on my thing on that.
It looks like you're going through hyperspace in Star Wars.
That car had all kinds of ice and cold weather warning things up. Because it was a track car, and I was driving. It was just not meant for it. That was some hairy thing. I will never do that again. But.
There's been days when I had to pour hot water on my tires just so I could unfreeze my tires from the ground. And then you'll start your car in the morning and like all the flat lights flicker because of
hot water. You put hot water in your tires?
Bro, because sometimes it's frozen to the ground. Like it won't move. So you got to splash a little hot water.
You put the catnip, man.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Thank God, global warming's coming, and all this will be fixed, and we won't have to worry about it anymore.
Right. That's when you're stuck.
All you're gonna do with the hot water is gonna make it cold water.
No, it melts the snow, so you can just barely. You can't.
Yeah, but it's not. You're not gonna do anything good with hot water. It's just gonna freeze up.
Turn your tires. I'm saying you literally can't even turn your steering wheel because your tires are frozen to the ground.
All you have to do is go pee on your tires.
That too.
There you go.
JB,
for a second to get to the other tire.
Rob's thinking.
JB talks about his Prius. I'll tell you that it was really odd to me when my brother moved to Colorado, and he lives in above Denver. I mean, Denver's mile high. He lives at 3 Mile High, freaking part of Colorado, right? I don't want to divulge where he's at necessarily, but he told me aside from Colorado, right? He's a place where it snows.
Like 3 neighborhoods.
But he went and got a Prius. And I was like, well, of all the cars you chose for living in an area with that kind of snow and stuff, why'd you get a Prius? And he had no answer, but he had a Prius with snow tires and used it to drive for the most part. But fortunately for you, you can work from home.
Right. And I do have a reason for owning a Prius. I write off mileage, not gas.
There you go. Let's see. Who took delivery of CG slab that was sent from the U.S. in a freaking bubble mailer. Oh, ouch.
Make sure you write that fragile on it.
Take pictures. Yeah, good luck, sir. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Austin LeMay.
The legend.
Let's see. Rookie movers. Interesting. Letters matter. Wow. Rock that cat litter in the trunk as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta get the kitty litter.
You gotta stay ready, bro.
You gotta get that cat litter.
I've never thought about using it for that purposes, although I do have a lot of kitty litter around the house, even though I don't have cats, because I use it either in the shop as an absorbent for oil or whatnot, but also in my barbecue supplies. When we end up with these water catch basins, they catch a lot of grease and stuff, and I use it to I've rigged a system that I can pour the grease water into it, and the cat litter captures all the grease and stuff out of it. And then I can throw that in the trash without having to pour grease down the drain or something else. So a kitty litter engineered grease capture device. As Durs would understand, being in the restaurant industry, grease capture is an important element of large cooking. Otherwise, you make a mess real fast.
That never gets cleaned up.
and I live with the water cops who my wife, that's what specifically one of her teams deals with that element of stuff. So anytime I get any kind of grease near the drain, oh my God, it's the end of the world. So Marcus, I'm just not that into you, says Beckerman.
I'm so aware. I am very aware.
That's unfortunate. I think that he should be.
I agree. I started the dad bod revolution.
That's right. C Bizzle's just showing his support for Justin. Dang, number one, you're up early. I am. I get up every Friday. For those who don't know, I'm the number one American on Triple G's channel, thanks to Triple G making a slip of the tongue saying that I was his favorite American. That meant his longtime effort here, longtime friend and colleague, somehow got pushed out of that top slot. We're very apology, but we love to give Triple G grief for that. But anyways, yes, I get up at 4:30 in the morning my time, or 4 a.m. my time, to make this 4:30 a.m. start show every Friday for this. You'll notice that the host of this channel is not here. He's in bed getting his beauty.
He's still not here.
Well, again, he's under the weather.
Respect the health, I think.
In his defense, he is sick this week.
Yeah,
but he never messaged me to say hey in advance. That's the thing, right? As a courtesy, when we were having a conversation yesterday or anytime, he could have said, hey, I'm not going to make it. Are you up to running it? Or, hey, I'm just going to skip it this week. Instead, I showed up at 4:30. He's not here. I decided, well, I'm already here. I guess we do this. Let's see. You press power mode button on the Prius, and there's nothing. That's like X mode on my Subaru, right? I can do anything as long if you just put the X mode on.
Who turns on the car that way?
Sport mode on my car. Same thing.
Sport mode.
I like
changes
turning the
shift
key.
points, but that's all good.
I prefer turning the key. I don't like this. Let me turn on the car. I'm not.
You don't like the push button?
No, I like this.
Push to start.
I tell you, I thoroughly enjoy not only my push to start, but the fact that my car door doesn't even have a key insert spot. I just like grab the door handle. No, it's as long as you have the fob on you and in a certain range, and you just grab the door handle and it unlocks. So,
oh wow,
I don't have to. So there's no more micro scratches around the freaking key, or big scratches because you're drunk trying to put your key. When you drive home drunk, it's no scratches on your. At least not
driving home drunk.
Disclaimer.
Legion, we're advocating for that.
Hold on. Legion of Comics does not endorse driving home drunk. In fact, you should not drink and drive. Please call a designated driver and drink responsibly. Thank you. All right, let's see here. I think that's funny. You should start making consistent content over gimmick revolution. Wow, I love your guys' dynamic. It's amazing. Legion of Rude. No. Mark wasn't expecting the medication to be effective enough that would oversleep. I would always expect Mark to oversleep Pops. No offense. But that's the running joke.
I don't think that's oversleeping right now.
Yeah.
I think that's just sleeping.
Keyless entry is a beautiful thing. Yes, it is. Now, the one thing I will tell you is I thought was absolutely hilarious is one of the ladies who works for me was going on and on about how much she loves her key, remote start so she can warm up her car. And I looked at her and she parks her car in a garage in California. I know that.
I mean, it's still good for your car to let it run for a few minutes before you drive it.
Statements.
Yeah, but when you're indoors,
she has to warm it up because it's cold inside the car itself for her. So when I hear statements like that, I understand why sometimes people hate on California. Because I want to hate on California.
What, 1 week of the year? 1 week out of the year to probably use that?
Not even that. Look,
And that cold week's probably what 35.
I have used it a couple times on my car, but not to warm up the inside of the car. I don't park my car in a garage. There have been times where the window is extremely frosted over and I'm running a little bit behind. I may start it to get the defroster going while I'm grabbing my last.
So you
few
go open the door.
so I can get into the car and just go instead of having to sit in the driveway for 5 minutes waiting for the window to defrost so I can see where I'm driving.
It's been.
You guys make me miss the snow so much.
Those are my first world problems. Okay.
My favorite part is when the door is frozen and you can't open it because it's frozen, and you're just there like. Can't do anything about it.
Like this. At least you have cars that aren't working.
I have been running 2 car starter cycles the past week.
Exactly. Lock the car just by touching the door handle. 100% agree. That's great.
I got to start my car, let it run for the 10 or 15 minutes, let it turn off, and then start it again and let it run for another 10 or 15 minutes before I go to work.
Yeah, Alan.
What car you got again?
She has.
What kind of car you got again?
A car, dude, it's negative 20 degrees. What do you want from me?
I said, what kind of car you have? I'm not saying
Chrysler 200. It just, it's so cold and bitter. Like the car barely even wants to work.
Yeah. I'll say, Alan, she does have very first world problems. You know, she's driving some Mercedes SUV, and and she's also she has a lot of sneakers and handbags, and I didn't know they made sneakers that start at $300 and
sneakers and handbags. You said.
Yeah, she's a sneaker and handbag person. And it's like, so she's got and when I say handbags, I mean, she's like Louis Vuitton and so she's all super expensive handbags and super expensive shoes. And so, yeah, she's a delicate flower, but I love her. She's a great worker.
I just want to say shout out to Jill Becker of Saint doing the Lord's work.
Like Marcus, he's my friend. He's just a bit of a chore. It's coming down now, says Digger Jim.
I want to see a video of Digger Jim
No.
digging his way out of snow.
Or finding something in the snow.
Digger Jim digging his way out.
Live up to your name, bro.
That's what I want to see.
He has already said that's what he has a 20-year-old for, is for clearing.
I know he said that, but his name is Digger Jim. Let's make it about a different type of digging.
But no, it doesn't have. It's like saying, he digs. And yeah.
You can make him dig with his raw hands.
Hands are baggy, but I don't have
like just crawling out.
At one point, I want to see him make a snow igloo or something, like dig down.
What's even better is as he's digging, as he's doing this thing to get out, there's a comic book waiting for him.
He says,
and a coin, and one coin.
Nice.
No, CJ, I said $300 sneakers and then Louis Vuitton handbags, not $300 Louis Vuitton handbags. Yeah, no,
I bet CJ has one. Maybe something for his birthday.
I don't know. She's all about Golden Goose shoes or something. I don't know anything about that stuff, but other than
I like my shoes that I can only wear twice a year. That's what I like.
I'm a simple man. I like my step-in Skechers or my flip-flops. Thanks.
For the record, I would just like to point out the irony of everyone complaining about the price of shoes and purses when we spend our money on comics.
I spend it on
touche, Justin.
To be clear, I never tried to pretend.
No, not you.
No. But I understand what you're saying. But I don't think anyone has ever tried to claim that their comic book was a practical accessory or a necessity because they had to go walk because they're going outside.
Yeah, I collect toys, bro. Nothing's practical.
So
I see guys walking all slabs all the time. Take them to dinner. Set it down.
I in a few weeks I have to go to an event where I had to rent a tux, and I really want to find a way to turn that AF-15 into a Flavor Flav necklace.
That'd be fire.
Yes,
that'd be fire.
Awesome. I've been told though that that's not appropriate for the event.
Your wife said that, didn't she?
Oh, she did. She says, "No, you have to be a trophy husband."
That'd be cool if you have a comic book tie, though.
Such a
You know,
burden.
you can have
Wow,
a-
she making you get a haircut too.
There's a
Yeah,
dude I
she is.
seen a watch. He makes custom tuxedos for
That's how
like
they are.
whatever you want, and they're wild.
That's how women are. First they let you kiss them, let you touch them, and next thing you know, you got to get a haircut, you got to dress nice. No, you can't wear your comic book like a fucking medallion.
Yeah, and I told her on the day that we got married, cool, I no longer care about my physical appearance.
And she said, "Yes, but I do. And if you still want anything, you want me to let you touch me, you will do as I say."
But I bet you still care about her physical appearance.
That's a trick question, and I'm not going to answer it.
Good. Way to sniff out that trap, Justin.
Yeah, I channel my inner
while you're at
Admiral
it,
Akbar on that one.
While you're at it, did those pants make her ass look big?
I wasn't
Answer is
looking.
always yes.
I was
wasn't
too
looking.
busy looking at her eyes.
If you have nothing-
Exactly.
if you have honesty, you don't have anything.
My favorite line from my wife is, we need more space. So you're going to have to get rid of stuff. I'm like, why is I'm the one that has to get rid of stuff?
How
And
about,
then, of course, my daughter's there right next to me saying, because you have the most stuff.
yeah, what percentage of the space do you take up?
I have a wall. Everybody have caves. I have a wall. That's all I have, a wall.
Well, then it sounds like you're taking up less percentage of the place. Then no.
Mm-hmm.
It should be proportional to the amount. You can have a percentage amount of the space based on the amount of percentage of the income that you provide to sustain the housing. So
Well,
if you provide 50%, you get 50% of the space.
well,
if your youngest,
I
if your
provide
kids
more than
provide
50%.
nothing, they get nothing, and they'll be happy for it.
Mm-hmm.
Or get you a girl like mine that just was like, "Hey, babe, you know that other spare bedroom we have upstairs? You can keep the one you have now and use that one for your collecting."
So Durs, are you married yet? Are
No,
you married? There's
not
your
yet.
answer. That's what's going on there. Wait
Why
for
not?
that's planned for this year though. So
Let me say,
Ooh,
that
is she
don't
watching?
always-
no,
don't
yeah,
let me,
yeah.
don't let
I'm
me
sure
say,
she's watching. She doesn't even watch my content. I gotta beg for her to watch my lives.
let me be
It's
clear
happening.
here
Don't worry, it'll happen.
and say that some of this stuff.
Serious, how would you propose? Would you do something comic book related for her?
Maybe. I mean, she's kind of into comics, but honestly, I'm thinking about doing it at Heroes Con this year because I was going to do it last year, but it was like our first time meeting everybody, and it was already going to be too much. And there's even going to be more people, and like I said, you guys are who I consider my real family because, like, I'm a black sheep of my family. Blah 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 blah. But that's how probably I kind of want to do it. So we'll see where I'm at this year. But that's one of my goals for this year.
That's it. This Heroes Con. We're
You
gonna
should
have
have
a
some
wedding.
like random person like dressed up as a cosplayer, some person that she likes, and like randomly come up to her and like open up a ring or something.
Rob in a skin tight Spider-Gwen suit would be perfect.
Oh, thanks.
You want her to say no? Wow.
Do you want him or him?
Ooh, that's rough. This is
Have someone dressed up as
But then
Aquaman.
again,
so the
then Robin thinks she may end up picking Rob.
Yeah. So do they come with the bank account?
Right.
Did he buy which book he bought? Do you have that book? You just
No,
got a Spawn.
No, babe, I don't have
He
X-Men.
has an Avengers 1. This
Yes, I'll sleep on the couch tonight with my Spawn.
I cosplayed as Namor once, but everyone kept saying great job with the HUD costume.
What's up, Lady F?
Lady Fantastic.
The
I saw some of your whack questions that you were doing a while
Ooh,
back.
I have to see that. I got to see that. I haven't seen it yet.
I will say,
It was a while ago, I think.
despite
Yeah.
what all these guys say, not everything's that way. My wife and I, we have a very clear understanding. There's certain space of mine, certain space of hers. She does her thing, I do my thing. We have our separate but equal things that we go on, and so that makes the time that when we're in our shared space together all that much better.
Right.
That's how
All my
Bears
stuff
And
has to be
and I will sit there and say that I have, you know, we were just, again, I joke about it all the time, but I am disgustingly and disturbingly still to this day infatuated and in love with my wife after, you know, now do math, we'll carry the 1 minus that, what, 35 years.
Nice.
So it's,
Wow.
I know. We purposely
That is
like
crazy. That is so nice of you. to say
I
that.
love to make my children's skin crawl with public displays of affection around my house and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, your parents love each other. Oh, it sucks.
Oh, you have a stable family. No.
Yeah." And you know what? That's just
kids go to school and says,
it's
"Yeah,
adorable.
You don't have daddy issues.
Like,
you're lucky.
You know
Your
That's
parents
awesome.
are divorced.
Yeah.
Mines are still together. It's disgusting."
Right.
my parents, man, you can't believe it. They actually like hug each other and like, oh
Ugh.
God, they like each other. What the
I
hell?
wish I didn't know what love was.
I know it's disturbing, but you know what?
It is beautiful though. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
I've been with my wife for 25 years. She's the best woman in my life, and
There's
she's not even here to hear that.
Yeah,
I'll make sure
Seriously.
I'll cut this section and to send it off to her.
Have you thought about live streaming getting married?
No, because I think that'd be too much going on.
Do it through StreamYard. You could be in 2 different windows.
Yeah, that's right. And I have little clips queued up and everything. I can be ready to go.
See how many people object to your wedding, you know?
She's already like weird about being on cam because like I try and get her on with me sometimes, but she doesn't like to be. So I don't think she would like all that.
Madam, question for you. They're asking about your pussy.
I'm not even gonna respond. I'm just gonna do this.
Stroke it. Thank you. Do you have a name for it?
Yes, that's Echo.
Echo. There you go.
Oh,
Is Daredevil around somewhere?
Oh
no, Cat Murdoch is with Beckerman. Yeah. We got Durs. Durs, go ahead. Cat name.
Fantastic.
You can tell his cat's ready.
K.I. His name's Key.
What is it?
Key. K.I. That's it. Just Key.
Like, why are you?
When I got married, see, I'm well known for not being a cat person. When I started dating my wife had a cat, an outdoor cat, and didn't have a name for it. It was just the cat, and so I gave it a name. The cat was known as Lobotomy, and that was the cat's name for the next 8 years until that cat finally passed on. The cat was Lobotomy.
That's kind of cruel, Rob.
Well, no, it would have been cruel as if I had performed a lobotomy on the cat. But
A slight animal cruelty.
Would it have been cruel
Animal shaming.
or a act of mercy?
no, act of mercy would have been to build a true catapult and pult that cat into the next county. Wow.
This is the type of content I'm here for.
I bring my one-eyed cat in here, but she flips out if anybody picks her up.
But she's a pirate cat.
Yeah, her name's Patches.
Nice. Does she have an eye patch?
Calico?
That'd be great.
No, she what's Calico again? That's the normal cat, right?
Colors.
Yeah, she was a shelter cat, and we rescued her. So
Okay.
No cats here.
I wanted a dog, but the orange one showed up first. So my girlfriend was like, "Well, if you want a dog, we get 2 cats first." So now we have 2 cats. So I'm in line.
How's that a compromise?
I like your fiance.
Yeah.
How's that a compromise? I'm just
Not
curious.
yet. He hasn't proposed.
Well, she wasn't.
Well, in my mind, he has already.
It was a compromise because I didn't want cats and she didn't really want a dog. So she wants cats more than anything. So I was like, okay, you can have 2 cats, and if I can get a dog. And she's like, okay, perfect.
If I had 3 cats, I would name them Larry, Curly, and Mo.
We had hamsters. I named them Bacon, Pepperoni, and Sausage.
There you go. That'd be good.
I had a hamster when I was little.
None of them are called Pineapple.
Spot.
No pineapples.
I have had 3 dogs, and I have been only lucky enough to get to name one of the damn dogs. And even then, I didn't get to name it what I wanted to name it.
You come with names?
You name it lobotomy. Like, no wonder you're allowed to name anything.
Yeah.
anymore.
Dogs
Look.
always come with names, and you can't.
See, they
change
call
them.
the dog vomit. One's
Well,
going to be called vomit. The other's
the
going to be called
first-
puke.
The first dog we got when she was a puppy. We had to wait for her to get the 8 weeks to get her. So she had no name, and I wanted to name the dog Frog. My kids
Frog.
exactly. It was a basset hound. Originally what I wanted was I wanted a male basset hound. I wanted to name it Roscoe.
Oh, nice.
But to kind of homage that, right? But
Mhm.
ended up with a female. So I started thinking, oh, you know what? There was a basset hound, Smoking the Bandit. Sally Field, her call sign was Frog. Let's call the dog Frog. My kids absolutely said, no, you can't name a dog Frog. That's insane.
Question, Rob, did you name your own children? I'm worried now.
Yes,
for the
yes,
name.
I did. Yes, I did.
Jesus.
But I put different thought process into them. And so I ended up.
It is a reflection on you.
So instead, the dog ended up getting named Sally for Sally Field from that movie, and that was fine. The second dog came; it already had a name. It had been bounced around to 4 different houses in like a 8-month period, and so we said, well, the only stability this dog has is that it's had the same name through all these different owners. Let's just keep that, make the dog's life easy. So,
Right.
And then this other one was my daughter or my youngest dog. Is a COVID dog, had emotional issues, support needs, got the dog. And so that was my youngest got to name the dog. But then my youngest moved out of the house and left the dog. Not because they didn't want to take the dog with them, but because they're at college. There's just no room for a basset hound in the dorm. But anywho, one day I will own a male basset hound, and I will name it Roscoe. God damn it!
I agree with Lady Fantastic. My cats are my familiars.
Somehow I was able to name both children and my dog.
Nice.
What honor!
I know. I don't know how I pulled that. Wait, and in return, I have to make myself presentable and get a haircut and wear a tuxes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm realizing.
Yep.
I'm realizing this deal now.
See, I named my first one. My wife named my second one.
Not to ask Rob what I should name my pet in the future. Well, you don't know. I did put great thought and forethought into my kids' names, and it was also a mutual decision, though. But it was still
What is that?
Oh, something that should be attached to
it's
something.
a scratching post.
That
That
is,
should
oh,
be attached to something, and
Mhm.
apparently you just broke it.
Oops. You go to Rob to plan
There you
things,
go.
not names.
did you scold your cat?
Yeah. Well, so he is more like a cat dog. So he plays fetch. He acts like a dog.
I have a cat that plays. Echo plays fetch all the time with me.
He's sitting at the door when I come home. He's waiting for me. He has to sleep with me. He literally, the only thing that is a cat about him is he uses the litter box. He wants to go outside. He wishes he was an outside cat, but he'd die if he went outside. He'd never make it.
Do you put him on a leash and take him for a walk?
Bro, I do not do that, but we do have 2 leashes because they like to
I've
be in the backyard. The harness ones, we like to have fires and stuff. And when we have fires in the backyard, he has to be outside. He will sit in the window and meow and like bark basically to be outside.
That's awesome.
Well, there you are then.
Cat harnesses.
Justin, how's your goldfish doing?
A goldfish.
You take your goldfish for a walk?
The only time I've ever had a goldfish was from the fair, and most of the time it died before I ever got home.
That was a
That's
feeder.
so
Yeah.
cruel of them to do that at the fair.
But they're mostly feeder fish, so it's not like
Yeah.
they're really meant to be.
I always wanted a shark and stuff, but I always wanted big, huge tanks and stuff, and I never got one.
I had a few fish in my time. We had the whole, fish and stuff.
Mhm.
We had a whole bunch of fish at one time.
Yeah, I remember having 2 aquariums at one point and said, "What was I doing? That was dumb."
I remember
That's
being
annoying.
5 and having like 5 goldfish and being like 5 years old, and there's a goldfish tank in my room, and my tank got so dirty you wouldn't see a fish until it came right up against the glass.
My brother had that. My brother had that. He had one of those little fish bowls and a goldfish. It got so dirty the fish actually committed suicide and jumped out of the fucking the bowl and died. We went
That fish didn't commit suicide. Trying to go.
we went to clean the bowl, couldn't find any fish in the bowl, and then we found it on the ground behind. So I realized that fish had committed suicide. I said, "Forget it, I'm out of here."
That's Finding Nemo.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, it's totally Finding Nemo.
That's Finding Nemo.
That's
right
a true
there.
story too. I'm
It
not
is.
making that shit up.
Lot.
Anyone else getting hammered with snow? He asks.
Not yet. Apparently, there's no snow falling over here.
Kansas City is.
Here, I'll show you
We
guys.
are
All right, there you go. Plug from.
Probably can't see it,
check
but
out on Comics
snow.
Snow. Wow.
Gene, have a great day. Hope that you don't die, like you say. And everyone tune in Mon Comics and check out Gene tonight. Oh, you know what? Caroline, here, let me find the.
Is it falling yet? Let me see. Let's see what's going on over there.
Dude, it's dumping
From
behind
your
you.
background, it is falling.
I was going to say, just turn around, bro. Look outside.
We all can see it.
It's dumping so hard, even it's snowing Gumbies, bro.
Yeah, don't be snow, man. Look at that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
snowing eyeballs.
Nah, it's not snowing like that. It's just, it's warm snow.
As long as it's not yellow warm snow.
Yeah.
Lady Fantastic, you say you're in Nashville and haven't been to work this week because of all the dang snow? I would say because of the fantastic snow in your case, and you have to go to work.
Yeah. Is snow day really a thing anymore? Like,
Yeah.
When you're a kid, not as an adult, I'm mad. Like, I'm missing
Wow.
almost 10 hours of work, bro. I'm mad. I wish I was at work making money, not sitting here. But
I will
whatever.
say my youngest. So my youngest goes to school in Oregon, Southern
hey,
Oregon,
Roscoe.
and in Ashland, and it's not an area they have snow, but it usually falls on the snow ground and it sits there for 30 minutes before it disappears. So they had 2 snow days already this period trimester, because it was actually coming down and sticking and causing problems. For you guys, it'd be nothing, but it was enough to cause sheet ice and stuff that
Statewide panic.
that these guys don't know how to deal with it, and
No
so
bread, no milk.
they shut down the school and stuff too, and they're just like, "Oh nope, okay, we're closed. You guys just stay in your dorms." And it's like,
It just started snowing last night here. School has been closed all week because of the cold. That's it. The roads are fine. It's just been too cold to go to even be outside.
But don't they have online classes and stuff like that? So the building's closed. But
Right,
is school
right.
actually over?
Well, they'll still have homework, but if they don't, so the online classes and stuff with COVID and everything, all that was planned and prepared. With the online classes, they can't just be overnight or a day or two notice to just kind of plan it. So they'll email them all their homework and stuff like that. But in Ohio, so growing up, we had to go to school an extra 2.5-3 weeks past graduation because of snow days. That didn't exist anymore. Nowadays, schools have so many snow days they're allowed to use, but if they use all them up, then you're going to school an extra month, if sometimes past graduation day, because you're not going to have your credits. You still have to go to school so many days.
We had it prepped in.
Right,
So
but
it was more snow day. We're ready for it.
we get probably an extramental amount of snow days compared to you guys. So like I said, he's been closed all week. There was times when I was in school that there would be 2 weeks where you were not going to school, for a whole 2 weeks and stuff like that, because snow is so bad. But now it's more just the cold anymore. Schools will just close because of the cold. The snow's not really too bad anymore. Today's the first we've really got snow, and last year wasn't even that bad. But the cold, dude, it's just, you can't even be outside.
yeah, so you
Do
can't
you guys remember Mr. Bill? Mr. Bill was stop animation too, wasn't he?
Yes, Mr. Bill was SNL though.
Oh, was he? Okay, that I remember making this Play-Doh. Yes, and then like cutting his brain open.
I love Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill's awesome.
Yeah.
Robot Chicken is my stop motion goat, or like that kind of animation.
I'm gummy, damn it! I'm gummy, damn it! Just keep his eyes there.
I will be saying that just so you guys know, this episode of Legion of Comics live community live stream is brought to you by the letters L and T and the number 4. Justin Birch, would you mind throwing those up on the screen? No, never mind.
Wow, he said T.
He goes,
I don't have a problem with the letter T, just the beverage T. Also, this live stream will be ending in 30 minutes, just so we know, because I have a meeting, I have to do work, and Mark's not here to continue. So there you are. Let's see.
So if school is closed, does your comic shop close? The answer is
yes.
Oh no!
we finally have a stream with more than one
Thank you,
woman.
lady.
Lady up.
Four ovaries.
That will be that LT4, by the way, will be auctioned off at C3 this year.
You bids in.
Oh, can we see those letters again? Can we see those letters? How beautifully written they were.
This is unusual too, because this is like straight up legit hand lettered, which is not something that JB does very often.
And look, it's signed.
You know
It's
how much?
signed.
How much is that gonna go for?
We'll start it at $1, and
Start the line right now.
for
All right.
charity, because it's for
Yeah, man.
charity, you all will decide how much it goes for.
That's right.
$5.
Lady starts the bids at $5. Come on. Let's get that clock rolling. We got the bid at $5.
Meanwhile, Justin goes, $5 for 3 letters. How come I can't get that kind of rate when in the real world?
3 letters and a signature and a word balloon.
That's right. Still,
You got a lot for $5.
that word
It's
rate,
charity.
he could.
For charity.
It's for charity. Comics Curing Cancer, right there.
I got me one of these things.
Can I buy a vowel?
Got me one of these things, and it's cool because you can put it and then put your little phone here, and then like it's a downward view. Like if you wanted to do drawing, but I did it for comics, and I'm gonna make a video. But anyways,
Where did you
Amazon
get that?
review, huh?
What is it called?
It's a doodad. No, I don't know what the name it's called, but I can forward you a link for it. It was on Amazon for like 15
And the
bucks.
link do that.
It's a
Mine's on
doodad.
my ring light. I have a ring light.
Thingamajiggy.
Yeah, it has that little thing. Yeah.
I got the beam. I got a beam thing.
I agree. I'm with Durs. Mine is in the middle of my ring light, and my ring light is mounted to a swing arm that's mounted. That's on.
I don't like the mounts where you have to put it on a fucking table. I don't like the vice mounts. I think
neither do I, Lady F, and that's why because I don't have a edge of the desk that I can actually mount it to. I got a flush mount one that's actually mounted right to the desk.
Show me a picture. Send me a picture of it, and we'll talk about it. Thank you.
See, I have this. I have the arm, but I also have the one that you could put on the floor, and it just hangs up, and you can just put it up.
I like the one you got. I need a top. I need something that will do top down better.
You're very fancy people. You're much fancier than I.
No, it's the same thing you got, just different. I like the one you got because it will sit on my. I need something that will sit on my desk.
I know. I need one like Lady Fantastic has there.
Yeah, I want to do this so I can do like where you see the videos where it's just person stacking book on book. Say this is your mom and this is your mom on drugs, but the comic.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like it. I just don't have the desk space for that, something like that. So
I actually got one of those lunch trays, a wooden like lunch tray. You remember from the 50s that you put in front, and it fits perfectly on that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna do. I actually have a whole fucking massive stack of Hulk books that I want to do.
One of the ones like when you were sick in bed and mommy would bring you your breakfast, your food to you in your bed, and
my eggs and bakey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or JB brings to his wife so she can have breakfast in bed because she demands that he dresses nice, combs his hair, and brings him breakfast in bed and Always
Or
offer.
what you would plan if you were planning Beckerman's wedding is that you are mindful enough that you would say on their honeymoon morning they would be brought Brecky in bed.
Well, we're planning Durst's wedding now, so
Yes.
Oh,
we're getting ready for Durst.
Who's going to officiate? I want to know.
I will say ahead of time, and I'll even plug it before I say it. I am in Ohio, so I can legally talk about this on YouTube now. There will be little to no alcohol, but there will be plenty. There'll be a whole dab bar and all your greenery and all that free of charge.
So
I'm coming.
So I would, yeah. So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay.
Yabba
with that.
dabba do.
Yeah, there will be refreshments, but you will be getting more of your vegetables than that.
And there'll be a special wedding giveaway special.
There's gonna be a salad bar.
Hashtag in the live stream chat for it to be entered.
If you want to be the best man, we're gonna put you on.
You could win like the garter belt or something random.
Put up on a duck race for the best man.
BYOB. BYOB.
No, I don't think we would do that.
Bob's a good guy.
It's a cash bar.
Yeah. No.
You don't have to bring your booze. It's a cash bar. But
It's not the devil's lettuce; it's the Lord's kale. And
we used to say, I think for ours we did we bought we had a keg or something, so the beer was provided, but you had to, hard liquor was cash bar.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you thought of dressing up for your ceremony?
I'll catch the replay.
Have you thought of dressing up for the ceremony with your fiance, and you guys
So-
gonna cosplay a couple or something? And
So I told her when it comes to getting the wedding stuff, with how her and her family are, the wedding's going to be over the top bougie extravagant because that's just how they are. But when it comes to I told her she can do whatever she wants, however she wants. I just want a dope, chill party reception. I don't care about anything else. I'm just getting married too because I love her. I want to spend the rest of my life with her. But all the back end stuff, like actually getting married and doing all that, I don't care. It doesn't matter to our relationship if you do that or not. You could get engaged and be engaged for 40 or 50 years and never, actually get married. I think that's so superficial in today's time. It's a good tax break. But I just want a dope, chill party reception. That's all I want.
It's a very expensive.
I hope you get it.
It's a very expensive day. One day.
Yes.
To celebrate that you signed a contract.
Yeah.
This is the most expensive look at me celebration.
The amount of money you get from it is nothing compared to how much money you spend on it.
I think you should just say you got married. Don't get married. But just say you did, and then go on a fantastic honeymoon.
She's cool with just going to the courthouse and having a couple things, but I was like, your family would slay you, would crucify you.
Why don't you just have party afterwards for the family?
They'll crucify you.
It's her day, so it's compromise, right?
Right.
We did it very, I'll tell you, we were on a budget because we were told very early on. It's like, here's how much money you guys have to spend. You can spend it on that, or you can pocket the rest.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we can pocket. Here's the budget. We get that budget no matter what. We can pocket what we don't spend.
Mm-hmm.
While our budget time it is.
Vegas.
And no. But we still had to have a ceremony. We got married at the university that we both attended because you could rent the room for $200. So they had a chapel basically, and they had a room. There, they also have a catering program for students, so you could have the students do the catering and stuff. They get experience, and you got everything for dirt cheap. It was like $10 a plate for like a chicken and dinner and stuff. And then I obviously had DJ connections at the time, so we had a DJ that I knew. We've had to pay for flowers. That was an expense. Her mom volunteered to make the wedding dress and all the bridesmaids dresses and stuff. Wow. So that was a huge cost savings. And then
I was started his planning.
And then I was super low key. Our music for us walking down the aisle was so jury rigged. I look back on it I think myself, I could have done better. But it was like the home stereo with a Discman jacked into with a CD that had somebody sit back there to press play just to put in his little room.
No, we had a big deal. Ours was big.
But you know what? I remember it. Still remember it's the same. It's the day that we got married. All the rest of that stuff is just extra stuff.
No, it was a
So
big
what
day
does it
for
mean?
us.
Like you went mafia style to your jam.
Yeah,
I was in charge of cake. Does it mean that like instead of a cake, you had people like drop things of like money into a
I was
bag?
gonna say you killed people and they had to like find the cake. You broke people's legs.
They showered the.
How many bakers' legs did you break until you found the right?
Yeah, bag of pinkies.
Man.
Also, I'm with Esteban. Fuck a big marriage and all that shit. Get lost. Don't let nobody hear from you. Show up wedding.
Yes,
Like,
I completely agree with that too.
Fuck that shit. It's too much noise. It's too much drama. It's too much planning. Don't even
Too many
involve
opinions.
Rob.
Too many
Rob's
opinions.
too much money. You can't afford Rob. Fucking go to the courthouse.
Mhm.
Go to Smoky
You
Mountains.
can't afford
fucking bring
Rob.
out the cabin.
That's what we're in agreement.
Justice of the peace and minister our wedding.
Is we want to have more money for the honeymoon and back end than the actual wedding and stuff like that. And we've also came into the agreement for like food. So we both are the type of people where every time we go to a wedding or a gathering, 9 times out of 10, we hate the food or it's just something we don't eat. And especially at weddings. So we're just going to have a ton of pizza and wings, stuff like that. Something simple, easy, and cheap, and that everybody will like. And then our music, not for the aisle, but to come into the reception, is we're either going to have the Goldberg knocking intro or the Stone Cold glass shattering, and then we come in with 2 beers, cheers, stuff like that.
Interesting.
I wanted the Halo theme song, but she didn't give me that.
There's some element. It's always
You're
good to
not gonna
have
get
some
away with
element.
that.
There's always some good element to have a few traditional elements, just because
Right.
it's nice to have,
That's the ceremony and wedding. That's
pictures and
what
stuff
her
like that.
job. It can be traditional and as fancy and whatever she wants. But
I
I
will
said,
say-
let me handle the reception.
Our first dance at the reception, Ozzy Osbourne, "I Just Want You."
Nice.
Cool.
I got to
Probably
pick our
one of the Elton
entrance
John
song.
songs.
My
I
sister.
got to
I'm
pick
really
a song.
excited for you, Darius. Like, I'm excited that like the whole community can help like pitch in
Thanks.
and give ideas about your wedding now.
Thanks, I appreciate it because I'm
There you
nervous
go.
as hell.
My
Because
sister was a little.
I know it's this time. Justin, what was your entrance music?
I picked Buddy Holly by Weezer
Nice.
because
Oh, you're gonna say Buddy Holly, like him, but then
Because you looked just like Buddy Holly.
yes, because I did have a beard and I cut my hair.
and did she
Nice.
look like Mary Tyler Moore?
I did not. Honestly, I did not care.
Actual Dracula says,
It
"Oh,
was-
she didn't
I'm
want the Halo
Carried
theme song
along.
as a
It just
deal
had a hole in
breaker."
it.
Facts, bro. As the signed.
Speaking of wings, are you gonna have beer pong as well?
No, I'm not a big beer pong guy, man.
Oh, Back to the Future theme. I don't remember like any of those types of things. I mean, well, I know the walking in the aisle at the ceremonies of all would have been all very classic, traditional for our side, but I don't remember like having a song play when we walked into the.
Bro, you could play the Halo theme song, and most people wouldn't even notice that it's not supposed to be a church theme song. It's all like chorus.
All I remember.
Does it need to
All I
happen?
remember is very distinctly when I was talking with the DJ about the music for the reception was I told we specified what song we wanted for us, and then she had a song that she'd picked out for her daughter father dance, and then there was there was group, they're all, "Oh, do you have any preferences for like group dances and stuff?" And so we told them we wanted the Time Warp from Rocky Horror Picture Show for a group dance. And then we said, then we specified very clearly on they were under, because it was a big song at the time, under no circumstances are you to play the Macarena, or you will not get.
You should have said it. You shouldn't have said it because they
There you
did,
go.
didn't they?
And I said, because I said, or you will not get paid. And when I showed up, the DJ said, so real quickly, he says, I understand that if we play the Macarena, we're not going to get paid. I said, that's correct. And he's, just so you know, it's in the car. I did not bring it into the building. Okay, good job. There's our here.
So
Izzy's
there you go. There you go. Look at that. See, there you
Look
go.
at that.
Aww.
Is that you, Rob?
No, that's
You
Wow, that got a head transplant there.
He has the start of Izzy's Rat Pack on the side. Did you see that? That was the first appearance of Izzy's Rat Pack right there. All his little
Oh
homies.
yeah. That was the first Rat Pack.
So Izzy, you had the mafia style cake too. Look, I swear to God,
we had a huge cake. There was like 500 people.
That's what you mean, like the big style tall cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at all the little men down there.
Look at this
Yeah,
damn
Look
thing.
at all
Yeah,
the,
that's
the groomsmen down there.
That was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2003.
Right there.
Did you have
Izzy,
a
do you
fountain
still
and
play
shit?
with the little figures?
Oh,
Look,
I don't know where they are. I'll be honest. I don't know where any of that.
Whatever. You have
We
a
only
mix
have
of
the-
Deadpool shit. So full of
We
shit.
only have that cake top. That's the only thing we have, and I think my mom has the cake top.
Oh, like Frozen or
Yeah. No. The cake top. The cake is
like
gone.
the plastic plate of the little dudes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
So
supposed
that's
to eat
it.
the cake after a year or some shit.
Yeah, I heard about that. We didn't do that.
So disturbing.
I
It's
didn't do
almost-
that either.
It's almost on the level of like eating your own placenta disturbing. You know,
Well,
why do
it-
you eat cake?
well,
Like, it's sitting
maybe
in your
not the-
freezer after a
No, I
year.
mean
It's a sponge cake,
Yeah,
so
it's the frozen. I mean, it's frozen, and you pull it out. It's supposed to have something to do with prosperity or blah blah blah. Look,
yeah.
in
I
big,
didn't do
Indignity,
it. I didn't do
Rob.
it, so you know,
and
I didn't do it,
this-
so that's why we're broke.
This was the cake, and this is the
Oh,
only
okay.
thing I was
That's
enjoying.
Zoom in,
Zoom in.
zoom in that there.
Is that
You
your
really
entire
look
wedding
really young
ceremony?
That's that we had that many groomsmen and bridesmaids, the whole nine.
Do you still
Yeah.
have them?
Same here.
Yeah, no, I don't still have them.
Fucking,
And
you
that's
should.
when
Oh,
Jimmy
look at that
had
one.
hair.
Oh my god.
Look
Wow.
at that.
Look at that little baby
That's
boy.
like a miniature town, you know?
He's probably he's telling her right this. This is not how you use it. This is the way you dig it. This is how you dig into
Definitely
the cake.
looks like an innocent virgin.
Was that a chocolate fountain underneath the cake?
That's
Like
insane.
built
No,
into
it
the
was-
cake?
It was like a champagne fountain. It was I don't know where the hell it
Oh
was.
wow! Look at that one. Who's
Yeah.
that?
Oh.
It was like a champagne fountain. Oh yeah, let's see it.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
That's what we wanted to see.
Who's that guy?
That's Rob.
I was gonna ask Rob.
That's
That
Rob.
had hair back
What?
then.
He's
I
got
can't
hair.
even see
It's the
Rob.
face, I
can't
can
see
tell.
Rob
I
in that
grew it
face.
out for the wedding. Actually,
Let me just mock
So,
it out there.
I had-
Okay.
I actually
He's
had been
got that
shaving my
smarmy
head,
face.
and I grew it out. I grew it out for the wedding, so that way I would have a traditional look for it. I didn't know that shaved heads.
Facial hair
continue to be-
too.
Oh, he's not
Thanks.
stoned. He's just happy.
I am digging that vest.
Yeah, I am too.
The paisley, yeah.
Yeah.
The
Wearing paisley
It's a
back.
course.
period piece.
then this is my second marriage to my wife. Same marriage. This is when we renewed our vows. So on our 25th
that-
anniversary. So
Yeah, we didn't do
Is
all
that
that.
Niagara Falls?
Look at the smug look
no,
on
it's
his
actually
face
on a
now.
cruise ship in Alaska.
Okay.
So
He's
when
like
we were
that.
on the when we went on a cruise for our 25th anniversary, we went to a cruise ship to Alaska. My parents, they were celebrating their 50th anniversary, and my brother was celebrating his 20th anniversary, and so we all went together, and then we renewed our vows.
Yeah.
There, look there, there's Marcus. Look at that.
God darn, Marcus.
Oh, little baby.
Sexy
Oh,
hair.
what's the
Oh my
what's the deal with the
God.
lady in the background though?
She's like,
She
oh,
looks-
he nasty.
They caught her at a bad moment.
She's checking out she's checking out his wife, going like,
No,
"Oh,
she
look at
just
that."
farted. He's like,
She's gonna
"Mm,
back
that's a
that
good
ass.
fart."
You gotta Photoshop that out.
Yeah, Marcus is looking at the minister like, "Yo, dude,
Yeah,
this is
I
not
wanna
the
hear it.
time.
That's
This is not
actually
the
my
time."
father-in-law. My father-in-law was giving me food. That's my.
He looks like the
father-in-law.
minister, man. He looks like he has a sermon there or something like that.
He's doing a
Yeah.
speech, man. He's giving a.
9 years ago.
It doesn't seem normal with you to not have a cap on. I'm just saying. What I'm
Yeah.
used to seeing.
I always wear a cap because I'm bald.
But there's-
I
Rob.
did. We our first
'Cause I'm
dance
bald.
was she wanted to do Lyle Love It. She's no lady, she's my wife. So that's what we danced our first dance to. I was like, really? This is what you want? She goes, please.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was my
like,
wedding
whatever.
picture earlier, Joe.
No, if he missed it, we got to show it again.
Yeah, young Rob.
Baby
I
Rob.
I want to,
Baby
screenshot
Rob.
Yeah, so we did our renewal too. So our renewals
Taylor,
was
could
very
you-
simple as well.
Yeah.
Please send me some, Taylor. Could you send me a few?
So we
Thank you.
had a simple renewal. So we did that, a 10-year renewal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, now I
Well,
expect everybody's
Justin's.
pictures on Instagram later today and to tag us from your wedding pictures.
I don't know that I've ever seen Justin
Yeah.
look so
So
presentable.
we got we did our renewal. So
I wanna
that's
see
the one.
pictures of- Is there one of Justin? Let's see.
he
I wanna
was
see
You know what?
Justin.
Here, let me
Justin
let
just
me pull
showed
it
it.
on my screen.
Look at
pull it
that.
up on
Look at that.
Oh, with a baby.
Look at, we're in the
easy.
closet. No, this ain't. This is 10 years later.
None of mine is on there.
Later, Madam Blaster.
Bye, you guys have a great one.
Bye.
Bye.
Here.
Bye, madam.
See ya.
I know this is
Yeah,
in
man.
like 10 minutes, Rob. You got things to do. I just had to jump on and show that cake. That was the only damn thing that she let me do in the whole wedding. I was like, I get
You're
to do
proud
the
of
cake.
it.
I was hell yeah.
Fucking
And,
proud
and
of
she
it.
never saw anything until we got to the reception hall and was like, oh my God, what did you do? And I was like, I went mafia style. That shit is huge.
Everyone gets excited about seeing like old shit of me. All right, here's what I will show you. I will show you this.
I'm sorry, CJ. This time I actually feel bad.
There you go. There's me and my wife in high school.
Holy
Look at
snap,
that flat
Rob.
top, baby.
Look at that flat
Look at
top.
that.
I
That's
know,
right.
Rob.
That's
flat
He's not
top.
playing.
That
I
is the
love-
flattest
I
of
like-
fat top I've ever seen in my
I like
life.
that.
with
I want to put a
Unforgettable indeed, man.
dude. My
knuckle.
flat top was with military precision, baby.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You can
You look
tell.
at that. That's like 2 inches high. That's
You
just
put a
like
pen-
perfect
You
2
put
inches.
a pencil on it and it didn't roll.
That's
I was
like
1 year old. I was 1 year old at this time.
It
was
looks like
about
when
to
high
be-
schoolers were like
You got
50.
your age there, didn't you?
That was about to be my second Christmas.
But
Look
this
at
is
that
like
guy.
Justin?
Still got
Oh,
the chucks
baby
on.
Justin.
Bro. I didn't see the chucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I'm that guy.
Oh man. I don't even
That's-
This is what I
recognize you.
look like when I clean. This is what I look like when I clean up.
And it was on that day that I started growing my beard.
nice.
Oh, fun times, good times.
Oh my God.
Rob, I am not shocked you were looking attractive.
Hey, sleep on a pile of rucksacks.
Which one are you?
One in blue, right? With the blue sleeves.
It's tough to tell. I don't know. I don't know what younger Rob looks like.
I'm gonna say the one with the blue sleeves. Uh-oh. We lost him. Okay, this
We
is
lost
officially
Rob.
over. We lost
Oh
Rob.
no!
Jim,
You know,
take over.
Oh, sorry. No, the blue sleeves was not it. I was the one in the lower.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, with in army uniform like that. Yeah, I mean, everybody, like, especially somebody just going into the army, fresh cut, and everything. Man, you guys all look the same. Shout out to the United States Armed Forces.
We get to, I don't think I have any.
All right.
pictures.
Here you go. There's one will do it for you. As valedictorian of my kindergarten class, there you go.
He was on
Oh wow!
Future
Look at
wedding
those
planning.
cats.
Those are huge cats, man.
Those cats are huge. They're bigger than the head.
Yeah.
We were kindergartners. We made them out of high quality construction paper.
Nice.
I'm more focused on the collar.
Yeah, because
I was-
that tells you right there, brother. Look at those lapels, as wide as my shoulders, baby. Yeah,
And-
that was.
And I want to know who didn't help the kid on the far right. Why is their hat so tiny compared to everybody else? They're just getting.
I guess size matters.
Somebody's parents didn't help them enough.
Oh, that's right. Austin's being mean.
No,
Oh.
it was brand new technology, probably.
Colorized photos.
Oh
What are
my
you gonna do?
God.
Is that where the light bulb like popped every time you took a picture? Was that the one where they were behind the little shutter?
Here, is this one better for you, Austin? This is more what you're expecting here. Black and white photos.
Yeah.
Check out those shorts.
I love the shorts, bro.
What's that like? What is
They're
that?
culottes, man. Those are like
80,
Dude,
culottes.
I miss some
84 or
90s,
something?
late 90s
This was-
or like late 80s, early 90s.
This was
the
probably
short
this would have been during Operation Desert Storm.
Yeah, it had to be.
Oh, so that'd have been like 90,
91,
91. Yeah.
90, 91.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that,
that's right.
Yeah.
There.
The hairstyle still was.
Oh,
there
look
you
at
go,
that.
baby.
Yeah, baby.
Now that is
That's
that
me
is
in kindergarten.
Hey,
don't mess with the pet.
Picking that out, bro.
My
Going to
friends
school.
absolutely love this picture. They especially love the fact that my fro is not entirely in the picture.
Yeah. It kind of looks like it's being held in by the picture, like it's smushed on the edges a little bit.
I had hair once.
There you go, Austin.
Nice.
There's another one. This one would have been 91.
That's
Yeah.
a
This
nice
is-
picture.
Because this one was actually a yearbook. Somebody from yearbook took this picture and we took it. It's actually, we have this blown up on canvas in our bedroom. Actually, is
Top gun.
one of my favorite pictures. Yeah. Well, that was the thing, man. My aviator style glasses and
Mhm.
my flat top. I was cool, bitch.
Hey, you guys, if
Wow.
I could pull up pictures of myself and you would see everybody just walking around with cell phones and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
The
probably
beauty of it all, right?
was a swatch watch on
Who's that
her
swatch?
wrist. Yeah.
Yeah. So finally, this is the last one for you guys. Look at
Here,
check out the
I got
beautiful family.
a good embarrassing one. Hang on.
Look at that family. Look at that. That's a cute family.
Oh, that is a good family.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey,
Good-looking
this
family.
picture, Izzy, are you scared to death of picking a song for father-daughter dance at a future wedding? I am.
Ooh.
I'm terrified of it.
I don't know. Because
This picture
they're not
was
in-
never meant to see the light of day.
My kids are not into music like that, so I'm not worried about that stuff.
I
Yeah,
was
but,
worried.
like-
Justin, I was
but-
worried about it. Then my daughter decided no longer to be my daughter. So
Oh,
I
man.
did-
Oh,
What is that, Durr?
I'm
That's little
Terrified.
mean. So,
Dude,
so
you are blonde, man. Look at that blonde, man. You
no,
like-
dude.
Goldilocks.
I have brown hair, but in the summertime it's super light. So my mom, that's at a parade. So my mom taught baton. She was a baton teacher, and they were like national champs. So like growing up, we got to go to like Disney, Las Vegas, cruises. Like she performed at like Walt Disney. They were multi-time national champions. So like up until I was like 6 or 7, I carried the flag, like the banner in their parade. So I was always in these stupid little outfits. But when I was a baby, bro, I had like curly mullet down to like here, because that's what my dad has. He has like a mullet cut top, but it's all straight. But yeah, that's my most embarrassing picture.
Oh, we don't post embarrassing pictures on our
Yeah, we don't do that.
All right.
either.
So we got 2
Oh,
minutes,
yeah.
and I gotta run to my actual work and do a
Yeah.
meeting. So
Goodbye, friend.
anybody got anything that they want to discuss or to share? Like JB, who wants to say, hey, make sure you go find all the comic books I letter, buy them, buy multiple copies, and then write to those publishers, tell them how great the lettering was in the books.
I'm doing my
80%,
part.
80% of the
That.
comic books you read were lettered by JB. You just don't know it because they don't give him credit.
Right.
120% of the comics you read were lettered by me. I just might be using a different name, like Stan Sakai.
Okay.
Uh,
Dan.
Tell them the only reason why I bought this book was because of the letterer.
I want to say come hang out on my channel this Sunday at 6 p.m. Get a bunch of free stuff. Slabs, comics, prints. Got a whole bunch of Nick's Kicks and Comics mystery box going away. 2K giveaway. So just come hang out. I like you guys.
I want to say, let's talk about the nature of justice. We've got plenty of time. No, I don't know. I'll be around.
I am getting ready to, as soon as it finishes downloading, another mystery box that I won off of DJ Lynx's channel. I'm gonna plug DJ Lynx. I'm assuming he's doing In the Mix tonight,
Cash wheel tonight, dude.
9 o'clock. So, yeah, I won a mystery Nick's Kicks and Comics Mystery Box, and I'm currently figuring out how I'm going to do this, but I'm reviewing Ragman. So I have a video coming up on that. Ragman is a DC off-brand DC character, which is kind of weird.
Go? How many issues?
It went 5.
Just 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Monday, I will be on Between the Lines with TM Nerdy and Roscoe. The most least artistic person that has ever graced that show will be on Monday night. So check that out.
I was on that show, dude. Don't credit yourself. I was on that show.
I've seen your art. You're better than me. And then Tuesday night, we'll have another episode. Everybody check it out.
Mine was rough.
Oh yeah. So this Monday we'll be doing the show. We're going to be talking about the CGC scandal. We're going to be spending at least 5 hours discussing.
I can't wait.
Oh, thank God.
Make sure
nice.
Everything you know about the scandal will be reiterated in this 5 hours. But make sure you hang out with us. I'm going to be bringing my man Roscoe before he does this show with Mark, because he's going to be hanging out with me. So that's going to be fun this Monday. And then there'll be a video coming out this weekend for Nick's Kicks and Comics. And Brian LCS, he brought me something. So you get to see what it is.
JB, legit, did you have anything that you want to share?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I have a video coming out at 1 where I actually go on a rant about a whatnot seller.
Ooh,
We haven't heard those in a while.
I'll give you a rant. I got banned on I got banned last night on our favorite whatnot sellers show because he was selling slabs, and I dropped a comment. I was like, "So this is where all the fake CGC slabs are."
Yeah, there you go.
You can't do that, there.
Yeah, so Saturday only slabs. Monday I'll have mail.
Saturday only slabs,
but Saturday's only slabs. Yes,
Who is it
tomorrow. And then Monday I'll be on Scotty Vaughn's channel for his.
Oh wow, it's
so
Monday's going to be a big week, a big day.
Monday is always a big day.
All right, guys, thank you all for coming on out. Mark, feel better. We missed you, brother.
Yes, we do.
So until next time,
Get well, dude.
Legion yourself. What does that mean? I don't know, but
we are.